All right, I
Good
think you are
evening,
ready.
everyone. Well, Jay's talking to us already, but good evening, everyone. I hope y'all having a good evening, good afternoon, good morning. It's 6:15 p.m. where I am right now. That really means we started late. I just got through hosting the office school. Actually, got off the show with Artist Quill. We had some dinner. Uh, we had one of the award-winning authors and illustrators on with it from this year's Writers of the Future, and John was learning how to do hair, perms, and stuff like that. So that ought to be interesting. Yeah, you think I'm kidding you. I'm not kidding y'all, people. But anyway, welcome to the chat. So here we're going to get a peace deal. That means, man, look, he cuts a peace deal now. By the time midterm gets here, gas is going to be $1.50 a gallon down here. They're gonna win in a landslide, and the numbers keep turning on them. So you got to mute your mic or something, man.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
Wait. Hold on. I'll find out. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay, it's definitely you.
Let me change my mic. It's
Yeah.
it's
I had to turn it
where
off
the
just
hell
to make
are
sure it wasn't me. Well, no, Bruce. Well, we can tell because we can turn the mics off from inside the studio. It lets us know what it is.
we?
Most of
It's
it.
I'll change
Not
to. I'll go to
always.
the laptop's
But
mic.
anyway, while he's doing that, I want to welcome everyone to News on the Flip Side. I mean, to the chat. Yeah. Well, I hosted News on the Flip Side last night, and Arthur Scrooge. Well, so I was messing with something earlier this morning, and of course, one of my feeds comes over. Trump's not going to bomb the island because Iran said they'll agree to everything they want if we don't bomb the island.
Well, we weren't only not going to bomb it; we were going to invade it, take it over, and abscond with the. I think they said last week they were 80% full with crude, so
Trump
a lot of
said,
money.
well, according to the news, Trump said last night he was going to obliterate it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, Jimmy, if that means take the oil out or just set it on fire. Oh, no, he would have been dumb to do that. One, because it's a waste of good oil, but two, it's an environmental thing. They'd have tore his ass up one side, down the other side, back around to the other side. He would even got a decent reach around.
Yeah, even the Iranians are scared enough of the environmentalists not to do that kind of stupidity.
Well, you don't want Greta Thornburg fussing at you, Bruce. She'll get up there with that thing and you better listen to me, boy. Elon said first thing he's going to do, he's going to blast her ass to Mars. She'll be an activist on Mars.
Get your ass to Mars. Repeated phrase.
Oh no, Ronnie, that's actually true. So there are the greens and the reds. Yeah, it started a long time ago. What was that movie? It's a TV series. Ray Bradbury did it. It was three different things when they went to Mars. Then Earth got blown up. Most of them came back to the blown up Earth.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember the title of it, but yeah, that was pretty good. It was based on his series of books.
Yeah. Well, no, Gene, you can't go by the technology because they thought there was atmosphere on Mars and gravity and shit, which of course we know they don't have today. But, I mean, not the kind of gravity we need, but anyway. There's a big argument right after that if we do go to Mars, should we terraform it or should we learn to live within its environment? Well, okay, going around without oxygen and pressure was going to suck.
Yeah,
there are some advantages, but not many. The oxygen thing you can work out with mini tanks, and you just have places like refill stations along the way. You could do that, but having to wear one of the big cumbersome suits all the time to go inside and outside is going to suck.
Yeah.
So what you're going to want to do is you're going to use. I forgot what the proper term for it is, but basically they build these machines about the size of an ocean liner or tanker, really, and it's got a big bucket on the front of it, and it just goes along swooping up dirt. And it takes the dirt and it just puts it down into a fire pit and it just heats it up and it turns it into smoke and ash. And that forms an atmosphere and raises the pressure of the planet. Oh, no, you're not going to be able to breathe this now. I wouldn't recommend anybody breathing because they're probably fucking
dead. It'd be about 100-year process if we do it that way?
Yeah, so then the planet will have an atmosphere thick enough to block out deadly radiation and a pressure high enough that we can move around on the planet. Now the gravity will still be the same, but now you'll be able to be out there without a suit on. You'll just have to have a breathing apparatus on. and probably some type of skin suit that repels certain types of stuff. Hey, Carrie.
Hey, Carrie. Yeah, and the other thing is also you'd need you'd also you'd have to have some backup systems just in case, because essentially what you'll be doing is you're setting up an atmosphere that's just basically held to the planet by centrifugal force, by gravity. There's no electromagnetic atmosphere like the Earth has. So if a very strong solar wind comes by, it could suck the atmosphere off, and if you don't have a oxygen mask and full emergency suit, you probably would die.
It's going to be weird.
It'd be very dangerous without a magnetic atmosphere.
So it's going to be, well, this will be a little bit different because I'm pretty sure most of the chemicals they're talking about on the surface of Mars are heavy. So the atmosphere will be really heavy. So it's not going to go anywhere, probably. It'll probably stay right where it's at. And you can continue burning stuff and always keep it thick. But that's not the goal, people. The goal is to get thick enough to get the pressure where you can move around in it. And then, because plants like carbon and other nasty products that we can't eat or drink or breathe, but they can, you can start terraforming a planet. So we showed y'all something last night on News on the Flip Side. And I said this decades ago. Everybody's like, oh, carbon's going to go crazy and we're going to all die and we're going to starve. Well, we're not going to starve, because if you go back a couple of million years, 30, 40, 50, 80, 100 million years, the carbon was much higher on the planet. There wasn't any ice at all. And vegetation was thriving, because vegetation thrives on carbon. It's like fertilizer too. So now what we've noticed is on the edges of deserts around the world, it's starting to green.
Yeah.
Deserts that haven't been green in 10, 15, 20,000 years. And if that's the case, that's a point that man's not doing this. This is a natural occurring cycle.
It is. The Sahara's coming back. The Gobi's coming back. If the Antarctic wasn't covered in 2 or 3 miles worth of ice, we might be seeing that, because that is also a desert, even though it's covered in water.
They pulled
precipitationally annually. The biggest desert in the planet is the Antarctic, because it gets the least rainfall per year. So that's unique.
Oh no, Jimmy, I've seen that article about that ice core they pulled out of the Arctic. Yeah, when it was so deep there wasn't supposed to be ice there, and it's full of microbes and stuff. No, I forgot who it was. Whatever lab it was has it quarantined.
Yeah, they probably pulled up some stuff that could kill them.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what the microbes are in that ice. I mean, we're talking, if the sample's correct, we're talking a long time ago, doing the dinosaurs were around. Yeah, so I mean that's a whole different perspective.
Yeah, 2 miles down is way back in the geological record. I don't know how far back, but it's not recent. Yeah, it's back.
So as far as I know, Destiny, and we'll work through this, because we almost this show we can talk about this today. Let's see, there's 2 for sure, maybe 3 off the coast of Cuba, all that date around 12,000 years, at least 12,000 years. There's the one they just found that we talked about last night. That's 12,000 years. There's the 2 off the coast of India that are between 10 and 15,000. And that's 5, and then the one just.
Well, the 2 off the coast of India, they initially said that, but then they went back and said they think maybe more like 16 to 20.
Yeah, but they're gonna leave it because all these other cities are being found in this 12 to 15,000 range. I think they're gonna leave it there. And it's just okay, people, put this in perspective. This is 6 cities we're talking about, somewhere between 15 and we can even say 12 and 20,000 years ago. The problem is, first off, nobody was supposed to be that advanced. No one. And then in Egyptian dirt pile, basically, because they're looking for the Sphinx number 2. They think there's a second Sphinx. They found a steel chisel.
What?
There wasn't supposed to be no fucking steel back then, people. I don't know what that is.
You would need steel in order to shape some of the harder rocks, like the diorite and the red granite.
This looked like number 1 or number 2 was about right. It looked like the kind you use to cut grooves down something. It's
Yeah.
definitely square looking. Okay, recently there's been some finds that suggest that different parts of places during ages we thought didn't have these kind of technologies we might have. Well, okay, Frank, working steel is complicated. It's not just melting it and pouring it. You got to know how to. Yeah, because if you don't, so let's say you make a steel sword and you don't cure it correctly. The first time it hits something, it's going to shatter. Steel isn't
Or
like
bend.
this. So you take the metal and you superheat the metal, and then you flash it in the water. Depending on what type of steel is, you may hold it, you may dunk it.
It's usually not water. They usually cool it in
There's
oil.
an oil for it. Yeah, there's an oil for it.
Yeah.
But some of them use water. It's
Sometimes water makes it a lot harder, but if you don't do water correctly, it can make it very brittle, and it can also it's a rust factor as well.
Yeah, no, Dean. So there's a oil that they usually put it in a tube, and they just put the blade down in it. But there's a reason why they don't always use it. I used to watch that TV show, The Forge, and they talked about why they use it sometimes and not. Sometimes they preferred water, sometimes they preferred it. It was just one of those things. And well, remember that's what hardens the blade. So you heat it up, and then and that's what makes the blade hard. Without that, the blade's not going to be hard. It's going to be useless. You're not going to surely make any chisels out of it because you're going to break the chisel every time you hit something.
Yeah, and sometimes, like Joe said, they cure it. So instead of before you go to the hardening process, which is putting it in the kiln and getting it red hot or almost white hot, they'll put it in an oven and bake it for overnight or a day, 24, 30 hours, something like that, and then take it out of that oven, and then while it's still hot and glowing from that oven, pop it in the forge, which will bring it up to about 1100 degrees, just a little bit below melting temperature. And then it'll start to glow a nice orange, even orange. And when they get to that color, that's when they usually want to pop it out and drop it in the oil to cool it. And that instant, from the 1100 degrees to room temperature oil, and sometimes they have to heat the oil first with another blade just so that it doesn't splash up in their face. That cooling technique makes it hard.
Yeah, and Jimmy, you're talking about Damascus steel. That's a whole different. You still have to run through a forge and all. You still got to but pounding it and shaping it is a little bit different.
I think they did an Iron Mask
they
challenge
did.
On that show, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did the Damascus steel, then they did the diamond cut. The diamond cut's a certain type of cut they put on the sword where they sharpen it actually, and it gives a particular diamond pattern, but it also makes the blade super sharp. But remember, people. Blades
it's usually used for double-edged blades like swords and daggers.
Yeah. So, So Frank, what happens is if you make a blade too sharp, it gets thin. When it gets thin, it's going to break when it hits up.
Or it'll break.
But you're not going to break the sword, but you'll. So as long as you're not sharpening, trying to thin out the top part of the sharp shank and all, it's not going to break, but it will dink it. Or even crack it at the where the tip is. At the tip, but where the blade is itself. When the blade meets the air, it'll break. So there's a fine line between keeping a sharp blade sharp enough to cut paper or bamboo, but still not just instantly dink when it collides with another sword. Well, in a sword fight, almost every time you have a sword fight, you're going to have to shorten the blade. But it depends on the type of damage. Because if your sword's is not struck right, and the other guy's it's going to cut dinks into your sword until it cracks, it breaks, or dulls it so much it's useless. One or the other. I've seen steel breakings. Actually, I was watching that not that Damascus one, but I was watching the Forge that day, and a guy wanted to teach us instructors came up and said, "Let me show you what you did wrong." He said, everything was perfect. I did everything right. And he took the blade, it was all ready to go, it had a handle on and everything. And he just took it like this and smacked the edge of the table with the damn thing like bunch of looked like a little iron ore after that running around, following on the thing. It's just a process. But anyway, we got diverted sidetracked there. But anyway, it does seem like maybe there may have been steel earlier than we thought there was.
That changes things because I've always said, particularly when it comes to the building of the pyramids, they didn't have the proper tools. They didn't have hard enough tools to work the material. They had to. The bronze will work limestone, but to work the granite, once again, they need something harder than their iron tools. So they had to have tools that went missing. And if we're starting to find steel, well, I mean, obviously, if they had steel that early, the reason you're not going to find it in most places, it would be considered highly valuable because steel would be considered magic metal.
Yeah, it would have been
because most of it came from iron meteorites.
Iron. Let's see. No, bronze is really just a soft metal. That's like they used to make cups out of pewter, but drinking anything out of pewter is bad for you. Or lead. They used to like to use lead for a lot of stuff. And we know what lead does to the body. Jesus. Yeah. I don't know. Well, so let's say 15,000 years ago, somebody was using steel. And 6,000 years ago, or 5,000 years ago, somebody was using bronze. So you'd have to ask yourself, well, what happened in those 6,000 years, where it looks like the world kind of reverted for a little while. There must have been a lot of calamities going on. Because all these sunken, and these aren't little cities. These are big ass cities we're talking about. 250,000, 500,000. These are big cities. Yeah, Jesse, that's what I'm saying. They're big cities, especially for back in that time period. That's huge ass cities. But
what didn't they just find a huge one in South America, Argentina?
I don't know. I forgot the one where we talked about one last night. They just found a big one. But.
Yeah, it was bigger than Teotihuacan, which is so far I think the biggest complex. Hey Google, what's the current largest South American temple complex like Teotihuacan? What's the largest one?
The largest pyramid by volume in the world is the Great Pyramid of Cholula in Mexico. While it is located in North America rather than South America, it is often compared to the massive ceremonial centers at Teotihuacan due to its scale and cultural significance. It is an archaeological site with a base measuring about 450 meters square and a height of 66 meters. Would you like to know more about its history?
Hey, Google, stop. So it's bigger and taller than the Great Pyramid at Giza, the Cholula Pyramid. That's the largest complex we know so far. So this
living room.
This new one is, I forget what you said, but it's larger than that.
Okay, let's see. So,
like you said, up to 1 million people lived in it, maybe.
So this is okay. This is gonna be kind of interesting. So, 15,000 years ago, somebody had steel, or 12,000 years, whatever, somewhere back in that time frame, somebody had steel. So the Iron Age started in somewhere between 586 and 1177 AD. And then the late Bronze Age was, oh wait, no, I'm sorry, it was BC, sorry, I apologize. And then,
hey, Mish.
And then the late Bronze Age was 1483 to 1119. So the early Bronze Age was 2,500 years ago, or 5,000 years ago. So it would have been 25.
Hey, Google, when was the Egyptians' Bronze Age?
So that would be 5,000, 4,500.
Approximately 3,100 BCE to 1,100 BCE. It began during the
Google, stop.
Period.
3,100 to 1,100 BCE is the Egyptian Bronze Age. So,
yeah,
that's where the pyramids fall in at 2,400.
Well, I'm looking at the archaeologist's chart, so I don't necessarily.
That's overall, yeah. That's
so.
Pyramid of Giza.
Hey, Google, stop.
So they would have been Middle Bronze Age, and that would have made they were only 500 years behind the Iron Age. So, if the iron was back in 15,000 years ago, I mean, somewhere it should show up in one of these ages here.
Well, it means that
since bronze and
history again is wrong, and we need to rewrite all the history books.
Yeah, and since the late Bronze and Iron Age are so close together, I mean, they're just. Let's see, Babylon, Persian Age, early Roman Age. Okay. Jack, how many, oh, shit, I forget now. How many Caesars was there? I couldn't remember what they called themselves.
Hey, Google, how many different Caesars were there?
It's difficult to give a single number because Caesar began as a family name and evolved into a formal imperial title. While historians often refer to the 12 Caesars based on Suetonius's famous work, dozens of individuals held the title over the centuries as part of the Roman imperial system, often serving as designated heirs or junior
Okay, Google,
emperors.
stop. Yeah, so 12 initially, but it's morphed into more than that.
What is that, Bruce? No, they didn't live to be 100 years. I mean, there might have been one or two that might have, but not that I know. As far as I know, none of these fellas lived to be that. Most of them died what we would consider early Middle Ages today, like 50. I mean, some of them lived to be 60 and 70, but in the end, you know, and they got the best of everything, best medical, best everything. So in, where was it? They just found that somewhere off the coast of China, they found what looks to be a statue of a gray. Actually,
A gray, you say?
yeah, actually, it looks more like a mer gray. Like it's got gills. It looks like a gray, but it's got these little things right here, and I think they're gills.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen that picture. Do you have it to throw up?
No, I don't know where the hell I've seen it, to be honest with you. I was reading through some shit stuff. A lot of times like that when I see them, if I see them and they're not film picture. A lot of times I just look at the picture, and just go. I think this was like an artist rendition or something. Actually, Jimmy, it kind of looked like, what is it? Okay, it's a movie called Galaxy Quest. And they went to this planet to go get them a new sphere to drive their spaceships. And on this sphere, they had this little group of aliens running around. That's what they look like. A little bit taller than that, a little bit different color, but that's what the picture looked like. Oh, I can tell you to go look at it and see. Yeah, they were chanting rock, 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 not like rock and roll. Yeah, they call it a giant rock creature. God, that's crazy. No, that's the one with Tim Allen in it. Yeah. Yeah, and Sigourney Weaver's in it too. Oh, yes, the alien princesses. Beanie Sigourney's like 6'1" or 6. She's a tall girl. Yeah, she's a tall woman, but she's getting up there now. Frankie Lee, Jeffrey Jean. What the hell kind of crap is going on here? Jeffrey Jean? Is this a girl's name or a boy's name? Ooh, I liked Maximum Overdrive. You didn't like Max? And who was in that? Was Emilio Estevez, wasn't it who that was? Little Emilio. Yeah, Maximum Overdrive when the comet came over and all the machines came alive.
Overdrive, yes.
That's a cool movie. It was fun.
It was kind of like an early running for the Transformers. Wasn't it like all the vehicles and all the electronic and mechanical devices came alive?
You know, the first thing I ever seen Emilio Estevez in, I was stoned down my gourd when I seen it, drinking that, was Repo Man.
Oh God, yeah, that's a horrible movie. I avoided trying to
It was
watch
a
it.
horrible
But
movie.
Eventually, had to see it, and I didn't care for it.
Yeah, but it was because it was a stupid ass movie. That's why. Yes. Well, some movies are just that. The Sheen brothers. One was cool. One was a bitch. Y'all decide. Out of the Sheen. Well, actually, it was more than two of them. It shouldn't be like that. Mike. Oh, you mean Starman? You know, it's funny. We just watched Starman a couple of weeks ago. I got it caught in bits and pieces. Starman is it Bo Bridges is in it? Jeff Bridges, one of the Bridges is in it. But
it's Jeff, I think, and Karen Allen from the Indiana Jones series.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a yeah. That may even been before the Indiana Jones series too. Starman was a pretty good time ago. No, Starman was just about an alien that came to Earth. He had the record and he came to Earth looking for, friends and found us instead and decided, holy shit, I need to go home immediately. And immediately turned himself into a human. Freaked out the human's wife because the human he became was dead. And then they got in a Cobra Mustang, like about an 80s model, probably about 80s model, and hauled their ass off to Crater in New Mexico or Arizona, wherever the hell it is. I had a friend that worked there. I just can't remember where it was at. But that's the gist of the movie. It's just, he brings a deer back to life that some hunter killed. Yeah, it's a weird movie. It's a cool movie, but it's just kind of a slow, methodically moving along movie. Good acting. Jeff the Alien was a doofball. Oh no, Micah, that's oh no, Micah, that was a goofy ass movie. That's with the boys in it. It's Paul, the gray alien. He breaks out of Area 51 and goes. I
forget the chubby dude, but the other guy, he plays the new Scotty in the Star Trek series and the JJ Trek stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean they ain't done work together before. There was other movies they had done together. They actually made another movie after that one called Something the World, or it's something where they go to all the bars in some town and overseas, and I don't know, it's England or somewhere in England. They went bar hopping. 12 Mile, I don't know what the hell they call it. But anyway, they went to all these bars, and when they finally found out what was going on, it was actually aliens involved. The people that owned the bars were aliens. It was just a bunch of losers that got back together later in their life and wanted to go bar hopping, basically. It's stupid. I tell you now, don't even bother watching it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time. Paul's fun now. That was a stupid ass movie too, but it was fun. What other movie are you talking about? You just in sci-fi mode tonight, huh? Serenity was a good movie. They didn't have to kill off the pilot, but they did anyway. Oh, I know why they killed off the pilot, because they knew they weren't coming back. They knew they weren't coming back. The girl who played the hooker, the prostitute, she's got her own series right now. She's a sheriff. And what's his name? The lead guy, he's been in all kind of stuff. Now the rest of I haven't seen that much of. Well, Kaylee was in a lot of stuff. And then she ended up at Stargate Atlantis, marrying Dr. McKay. What a waste of good memory space. I know. I don't really have any favorite sci-fi movies. In the old movies, I'd have to say it was, I don't know, maybe it's the one with Leslie Nielsen in it, Forbidden Planet. Yeah, it was the first color sci-fi movie ever released. It was like in the 50s somewhere. I like that Robinson Crusoe more. I actually like that movie. I'll tell you what I liked that I shouldn't say I like it because everyone else hates it is Alien Mind. Is that what it was called?
What
was the so it was the white guy and the reptilian guy, and they were killing each other. They crashed on a planet.
Alien Mind? Yeah. It was
I know both these actors. I can see both famous actors. They're both decent actors, but I can't.
What Well, the white actor was the lead in Dreamscape.
And
Hey Google, who were the actors in the movie Enemy Mine?
it was a good movie, guys.
The 1985 film Enemy Mine stars Dennis Quaid as Willis Davidge and Louis Gossett Jr. as Jerry.
Shit,
Louis
Louis
Gossett Jr.
Gossett.
and Dennis
How do you forget
Quaid.
either one of these guys? Oh my God, it's
Hey
embarrassing.
Google, stop.
That's embarrassing.
It is, yeah.
I mean, it's a long time ago. 85 is not like exactly the corner. It's like
But and in our defense, it wasn't that spectacular of a movie. I think I've seen it twice.
yes, it's a good movie. It's worth watching. If you're late night, you're bored one night, it's a good movie to watch. I think I've watched it twice too. But
Yeah, it's about on the same level as Starfighter or the last Starfighter, where they recruit the kid to the video game. It's on that same level. I think I've seen that movie 3 times.
it is in one way. So that's what's weird about it anymore. So a lot of ways it is like that, but then in other ways it's a whole different thing because they're connected without anything. There's no technologies involved. There's no ships or rockets or any other damn thing. It's just two guys on a planet with nothing. So that puts them in a slightly different category. But regardless, as far as its popularity and like them, I like them both about the same. It's Last Starfighter was fun just to watch because it was goofy and a guy got to go to space because he won the video game. Who don't want to do that? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who played his the guy who came and got him, he was goofy as shit too. Buck Rogers is cool, but which Buck Rogers? There's a couple of Buck Rogers.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, he started as a radio serial. Then when movies came out, yeah, how many people played him? 3 or 4.
And then there's Duck Dodgers in the 25th and a half century.
Yeah.
There was the last Buck Rogers with that guy. I can't think of his name. He's a good looking guy. He's a fairly famous guy too.
Gil Gerard.
Yeah, there you go, Gil Gerard. He was in it. It was supposed to be upgraded Battlestar Galactica. Because Battlestar was considered to be too campy at the time.
It was actually produced by the same production company that did Battlestar Galactica, Galactica 1980, and a few other shows. The main special effects guy was the guy who invented almost all the special effects for Star Wars. And then when Star Wars wrapped, the guy's out of a job. He had to do something, so he latched on to Glenn Larson's project, which was Battlestar Galactica, and he stayed with it through 3 or 4 different shows. And he got in a lot of trouble with Lucas because technically, I forget the guy's name that did it, but the guy who invented the motion control camera, John Dykstra, Dykstra, that's the guy. He invented the motion control camera for the first Star Wars movie. And then, like I said, when he got done with that, he's out of a job, basically. Finds Battlestar Galactica. They're doing model work, laser work, science fiction, space-based. He jumps on it, and Lucas sued his ass and lost.
Yeah, you don't always win on those kind of lawsuits. But that's what they originally said, that it was supposed to be.
Dykstra was paid by a contract through Lucasfilm to make those footages and those things, to make that footage with the models with the motion control camera. He designed that machine on his own through his own dime, through money that they paid him. So he absolutely has every right to use it in his business.
Oh, yeah.
And Lucas lost a big one on that.
No, Galactica. That's what Galactica was. So Battlestar Galactica was made the way it was, and then it came back and they tried to use the other one to basically shore up, to just make a Galactica better, to make it into a real series. They wanted to make it like a Star Wars, Star Trek series or something, but they couldn't reach. They just, like biggity. There were just things about it that were just still too.
Yeah, that's Buck Rogers, that robot.
Yeah, that's who it is. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Buck Rogers. The Galactica, Buck Rogers, or New Buck Rogers, was another one. They were just trying. There's actually 2 series they were trying to do that with. No, James, 1999 I actually think came out first.
Space 1999 came out in
The
I
70s,
believe
right?
the early 80s. Yeah, late
Was
70s.
it the early 80s?
Hey, Google, when did Space 1999 come out?
Because I don't know.
Space, 1999, first premiered in the United Kingdom on September 4th, 1975.
There you go.
Oh, damn.
75.
Yeah, I knew it's somewhere around there because it's pretty campy.
You know, so here's a really cool thing about Space 1999. Do you know who produced that TV show?
No, I don't think I paid that much attention.
Man by the name of Jerry Anderson. His name was spelled Gerry. Do you remember or heard of that name?
Hell no.
Haven't you heard of a thing called Jerry Anderson's The Thunderbirds?
No, I heard about the Thunderbirds, but I never knew. I don't see people's
So
names.
Jerry Anderson was a marionette puppeteer, and he'd had many TV shows that had marionette puppets in it. So did Space 1999. Every single one of the spaceships was a marionette puppet.
The only like producer guy I think I ever remember, writer I remember anymore was Irvin Allen.
Irwin Allen did, yes, a lot of same era 70s TV shows. My Favorite Martian, The Giants. What else?
He did Lost in Space. He did the
Lost
Giants.
in Space.
He did the Time. He did all kind of shit. Actually,
Time Tunnel. Hey Heidi.
But you know you hear what we're talking about. All of them. Hey Heidi. They all kind of got the same ring about them now. They're kind of spacey, but kind of a little funny. Except for the ones where they were little people. That one was just stupid. But,
he even did a cop show called San Francisco. Do you remember that one?
I don't think so. I have to think about it.
Yeah. You know why? It's only like 2 seasons, and it really doesn't very popular.
Yeah, Bruce, there was a lot of little sci-fi shows, and then
I'm sure you. Well, okay. So if you know those guys, you have to know Sid and Marty.
Nope, never heard of.
You've never heard of Sid and Marty Krofft.
Nope, never heard of.
You've never heard of Land of the Lost, HR Puffin Stuff, The Bugaloos.
Okay, Land of the Lost, I know about. HR Puppet stuff, you couldn't even pay me money to watch, so I wouldn't pay attention.
I saw it as a kid. It was a kid show. You had to be 3 or 4 or 5 years old.
That's what I'm saying. I was after that or before that or whatever the hell I was.
But that's the shows they did. They did also Sigmund and the Sea Monster. They did Supercar. Supercar was really cool. It was like Supercar was like Superman. He was by day he was like a beat down, falling apart dune buggy, and he had these 4 kids that drove around in him. But when they would, I forget what they would do. They would honk a horn or they would turn his license plate. It did something to the car, and everyone would step out, and the car would go and wig out, and then it would turn into like this super powerful, bulletproof, like flying dune buggy. It was the weirdest, stupidest show.
I kind of remember that.
You remember that Supercar? Oh my God, how stupid silly! Yeah, it was stupid silly.
I actually think they had a different name on it down here, but
what about? Oh, you have to remember this. Not the same company, but Lancelot Link.
No, I don't remember that one. I remember. Speed
You don't remember
Racer.
Lancelot Link, Secret Chimp? Oh my God!
No, I remember Speed Racer.
Hey, Lancy.
No.
They gave the monkeys, these chimpanzees, bubble gum, and to teach it, so they would look like they were saying stuff. So it'd be like the one girl that was Lancelot Link's girlfriend, like she'd be like, "Hey, Lancy," she's chewing gum. It was hilarious.
It was no jacket. That's what we always used to pick a thing. Who's going to be Trixie Racer? Who in the room would be Trixie Racer? I don't know who would be Trixie Racer. It could be. That's how it could work. You could be Trixie Racer. Speeds. The Mark V was a goofy ass car. I did like the fact it went underwater. Yeah, that was cool.
Well, I found the opening episode for Lancelot Link. I don't think we should play it because we got a ding on us, but
yeah, not right now. Save it for when we don't have no.
Yeah, save it when we don't have any dings.
Frankie, the United States is a weird country like that, and there is a movement in the country to do away with politicians that are not born here. I don't even have a problem with that. My thing is, and Jay and I have talked about this, and Sean and I have talked about this, and actually quite a few people on the network have talked about this. We have no problem with people coming to our country legally. That's fine. That's how eventually almost all of us got here, except for the explorers. The immigrants are different, but I always get mad when people tell me our country was built on immigrants and slaves. No, our fucking country was not. Our country was built on explorers. They came over here and said, we're going to stay here and we're going to conquer this fucking place. Then the immigrants came. But that was after we met the Indians and everything else.
Right, and well after they realized that they were being what's the word that they used, taxed without representation from across the water. They had no say in what was being taxed on them, and everything was taxed. Their clothes, bullets, everything had a tax that went back to the king, including tea, which is why we don't have tea time. We rebelled against that. And we poured how many? I don't remember how much it was. I've been there when I was a kid, and I don't know if it still does. But even back then in the 70s, it was still very, very tea-y. The tea they dumped in there was still floating around in. I can't believe that it was after hundreds of years, but they say it is.
Might be stuck to the mug or something.
Well, who knows? I don't. Yeah, maybe it's at the bottom. I don't know how it's working.
Pete, that's Johnny Quest. That's who it was. Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest. Johnny Sacco and his flying giant robo.
Yeah, I forgot all about Johnny Quest and his adventures all over. His dad.
Admiral reminds me of Rin Tin Tin. Don't forget about Rin Tin Tin and Lassie. Thanks, buddy.
Yes.
He says welcome.
No, there was a lot of weird shows back then. They were all over the place. There was a lot more of them to watch them than there is now.
Mr. Ed.
Today they don't even do real
Green Acres. God, so many shows I can remember.
We ain't worried about
Petticoat Junction. Get
Smart. We're not worried about them non-sci-fi shows. Okay, Get Smart was sci-fi. But Get Smart was ignorant. It's like the Pink Panther was ignorant. Yeah. No, it wasn't horribly not funny. It just was just ignorant. That's all.
Do you know who wrote Get Smart? The two main writers for Get Smart were Mel Brooks and Buck Henry. Mel Brooks went on to do sometimes sort of funny movies once in a while, and Buck Henry went on to be the first writing god for Saturday Night Live.
So I got a trivia.
George Carlin.
Question. I got a trivia question. What can we give away? Let's see. What can we give away?
What's up, buddy? You want to go out?
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give away an X-Files book, Ground Zero by Kevin J. Anderson. Okay, Kevin's
cool.
He's author. Yes, so we're going to give this away. Wait, what? Oh, I'm going to do now. I forgot.
Oh, that's how you spell the word doggone.
So here, I got a question for y'all. So Mel Brooks, when he did Spaceballs, he wanted to do a Star Wars ripoff. But he was friends with George Lucas, and he didn't want to get into a fight with George Lucas. So George Lucas said, okay, look, I will let you do this. You can do whatever you want with one condition. One condition. Okay, so there's going to be a little time limit on this, about 10, 15 minutes. First answer wins. No guessing, no second guessing. First answer wins. What did Lucas tell Mel Brooks he couldn't do? There's one thing he told him he couldn't do. It's a major thing, mind you, but still, it is. Well, he think he's making a ripoff of Lucas's film. Yeah. Lucas wasn't quite as sweet as everybody thought he was. I seen a couple of clips of him on set a few places when he was making the Star Wars series.
Well, let's make one thing clear about George Lucas, the man himself. He was not in this for charity. He made Star Wars for two reasons. One, to break down the then still thriving Hollywood monster machine known as the contract studio. Number one, he wanted to break the studios. Number two, he wanted to make a shitload of money, and that's all he wanted to do, is make a shitload of money while at the same time breaking the back of Hollywood, who wouldn't have let him make this movie had he not forced it through on his own. That's George Lucas.
Hey, what you doing, Sean?
Hey, Shawnee, pop in, dude. There you go.
Actually, Pete, damn, you got it right off the bat. Yeah, send me your information to wherever you want the book sent to. Send it to my iCard email.
What was the answer? What was the correct answer?
George Lucas told him you could do anything you wanted but merchandise.
That's what I was going to think. I was going to guess.
No merchandising, because let's be honest, Baseballs would have made some money on merchandise. He told him no.
Well,
but
all
Other
through
than
the
that-
movie, they make nothing but fun of merchandise.
Yeah, well, that was
Spaceballs, the
now.
movies, Spaceballs, the hoodies, Spaceballs.
Now we
the
understand
ring.
why. See, and
Yeah.
during the movie, so during the movie, I'm thinking, oh, well, we're going to see some of this crazy shit. Get this for somebody for gag gifts, and now we know why
Yeah.
we get it because Lucas said, no, motherfucker, you can't do that. How you feeling, Papa? You doing good?
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Kara, how you doing, babe?
Hey, Kara.
We still ain't figured out who Trixie Racer is, man. Amelia.
Trixie Racer is that would be the wife of Speed Racer when they get married.
Yes, but we're trying to figure out who would play Trixie
If they ever
Racer
get married.
I don't
Hey,
think they
Google, using AI, who would be a good actress to play the future Mrs. Speed Racer, Trixie Racer?
did. I was talking about it in our chat room, doofus.
Choosing a modern Trixie Racer depends on whether you're looking for someone with high energy charisma or a grounded, tech-savvy vibe.
Thank
She
you,
don't know who
Karen.
Speed
Like
Racer
Anya
is.
Taylor-Joy could bring a sharp, modern edge to the
Anya
role,
Taylor-Joy.
while Florence Pugh might offer that
Oh,
feisty,
Florence Pugh.
spirited independence that defines the character. Another
Okay, Google, stop.
She was in the last movie. She was played by Christina Ricci.
Christina Ricci. Yes.
Richie.
Cutie. She's a cutie. Yeah.
She's played several substantially significant cultural characters. Wednesday Addams a couple of times, a few others. I think she was Lizzie Borden also on a TV miniseries. She played
Hey,
Lizzie
miss.
Borden.
All right. Let's see.
Thank you, Heidi.
How I keep getting turned off? I gotta watch this camera.
I thought maybe you.
Let's see. No, my camera's been acting up since last night. Well, last night it wasn't just a camera; it's a fucking mic and a camera. At least today it's just a mic. I mean, just a camera. What was I looking for? Why, Kara? Why are you calling Sean a lady? Do you know something I didn't know? Don't scare me like that. Come on now. I'm
Hi,
old.
Jay.
My brain can't take stuff like that.
They don't like me. I don't know why.
Racing has
What?
nothing to do with cars or drivers.
That's not true.
Put away your toys and grow up. Are you ready to
Oh
be
yeah.
a race car driver?
Look at the split!
He's shattering the lap record.
If you know so much, why don't you tell me where I should keep driving?
That's for you to
Later,
figure out.
miss.
I just hope when you do that I'm there to see it.
I liked him as Speed Racer. He really, as racing actor, I think he really had the voice too.
When I watch you do some of the things you do, you just take my breath away.
Yeah, that's Christina Ricci.
Remember that night we sat together, we watched old Ben Burns' stick at them? That night something just clicked.
Racing hasn't changed and it never will.
It doesn't matter if racing never changes. What
Speed
matters
and grind,
is
man.
Let racing change us.
Let me ask you guys something.
What I'm gonna
Let
do,
me ask
Eddie,
you
I don't know.
guys this.
Everything just
Do you
makes sense.
think when they take a good car
Hesitation.
or,
Nothing phases him.
good
No one seems capable of
and turn it
stopping him.
into a movie, do you think it
With a
ruins
quarter
the
lap to go,
cartoon?
Speed Racer is back. 2 cars between him and destiny.
Here we go again.
All right, Kara, have fun. I hope you win.
Yeah, Bunny's like nuts.
They do in our backyard, Heidi.
Damn, Speed. All right. Get your hands up against.
That's enough.
Oh, whoa. What happened in there? Weird.
I don't know,
Joe
but
ducked out on
Jay,
us.
you have,
Huh?
you know what, Jay? You have something going on. You have something going on with your one blankety blank on the bottom there, like it's been blinking gray and white, gray and white.
I don't see anything blinking gray and white though. I don't know what you mean. Like the thing that says the COM under my name is blinking. I don't.
That the daily knowledge pulse is what's blinking.
Oh.
I'll have to get back to y'all eventually, since I threw myself out twice.
Yeah, that was the baby news Trump thing.
out?
Melania and him at. Huh?
Eventually, I'll get back to wherever the hell y'all are.
Are you that lost?
Let me
You
ask
threw
you
up the
guys this
Melania
question,
and
all right?
baby
You-
Trump video
Like
too.
Steve-
I was like
cartoon.
100 pages away somewhere. What was that, Sean? I'm sorry, I didn't catch up. Well, that was a very weird experience. You know?
Do you think having a good cartoon growing up and making it into a movie later ruined the cartoon?
Oh hell no! I think they did a fantastic job with that movie. And in some cases, they probably have ruined some, but the Speed Racer movie, I liked it. I thought they did a fantastic job.
Whoops. Yeah, no, I mean, I hadn't watched the whole movie yet, but I was going to a couple times. I got sidetracked somehow. It's one of the movies I'm only going to watch late at night, but I'll get nice.
It's a good movie. It's worth watching. You should check it out.
Actually, I've never heard anything bad about the movie. It just hasn't fallen into my. Some I don't think about is what it is. That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's all damn Sean's fault anyway. Yeah. What was the rule that Michelle told us? When in doubt, blame Sean.
Yeah.
Actually, we're short one Sean now. We lost to Sean recently.
Yeah. It's no longer the network of the Seans.
Yeah, something about his wife kicked him in the balls or something. I don't know. I don't get into that kind of stuff. I stay out of it. Yeah. Family stuff. What was I getting ready to do? I was getting ready to put something on my screen. What the hell was I doing?
Let me launch back in again here because lagging. I'm lagging. I'll be right back.
All right, good.
Okay.
There we go. Put that on the screen. All right, here we go, people. Holy shit!
That's a badass car.
He looks like he.
Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. He's a demon and he's gonna be chasing after someone. He's gaining on you, so you better look alive. He's busy revving up the powerful Mach 5. And when the odds are against him and there's dangerous work to do, take your life, Speed Racer. See it through.
So tell me how many times you've seen that car going around.
Yep. And then it explodes.
Speed Racer, go. He's off and flying as he guns a car around the track. He's jamming down the pedal like he's never coming back. Adventure's waiting just ahead. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go! Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer.
Do you know who wrote those lyrics?
That's just goofy.
Peter Fernandez, the voice behind Speed Racer, Racer X, and I believe he did Pops Racer too.
It's strange. What's that, Heidi? Oh no, they eat all kinds of stuff. They feed the crows and the ravens dog food. They love that stuff. They eat it up all the time. All kind of sort of, yeah. And I've seen rabbits and squirrels. Squirrels love birds, eat little shits. They'll raid your house to get some.
Yeah, most rodents do because they need to, some of their teeth are constantly growing, so they have to have hard stuff to grind them on to make their teeth, constantly the same height, so they don't, doesn't grow through their top of their face, which does happen to some rodents.
Jeremy to a whole bunch of them and say, "Hey, what happened?" Well, I'm hearing myself. Okay, I'm not there. Okay. Jeremy, it's weird, but the amount of evidence coming out right now for ET is it's a lot. It's just a lot of nothing. They did do another dump yesterday, though. Dump 3 was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen a couple files off it. We'll look while it's doing the show, but no.
Yeah, I looked at a few. Nothing remarkable that I've found yet.
The one they're playing the most is the 2 big orbs, red orbs going across the sky like this. I mean, no, dude, they're just doing this. They look like drums, and there's. I mean, it's just. Where's the fucking alien getting out the fucking spaceship going? Earthlings, get on your knees now.
Take me to your leader.
Yes, kiss the claw, motherfucker. Well, you hear all these crazies over the years. And all these people supposedly work for government. Oh, we got 5 million trillion types of aliens and 2 billion types of spacecraft. And it always cracks me up because I'm always like, you're full of shit. If you listen to the Crush guy and think we got that many aliens and that many spaceships, I got some land out here. It's primo. I'll give it to you for $55,000 an acre. You'll love it, I guarantee you. Just, when it's high tide, don't go to the end. No, it's still pretty. It's just, it's a little soggy. That's all. Well, the bayous are weird because there's some places that are really beautiful, and then later in the day will be underwater. You know what, Bruce? We had that last night, but we forgot to play it. The 2,000-pound croc jumping in the ass snapping. Yeah.
2,000 pounds? Wow.
Yeah, he's a big croc.
I'd say, yeah.
So the problem mistake people make about alligators, at first they think they're slow. Alligators are not slow. They're fast as fuck.
Oh, they're really slow, brother.
No, they can run 25 miles an hour. They can easily run down a Yukon County.
Yeah.
And they're faster than that in the water.
So, yes, and they're just sedentary, but when they want to move, they move.
So because of their tails like a giant recoil form, they'll sit underneath the water, will just below the surface of the water where you can't see them, and wait for something to come to edge lower, and then they just leap. They can leap out almost 2/3 of their body out of the water. So in Louisiana, and most states where you can hunt alligator, there's a rule. So there's a size limit on the gauge. I think it's 6 foot or over. So what they do is they set the hook. They take a hook about yay long with a curve about yay wide, crack some meat on there, and they hang it above the water about 3.5 feet. That way you know the size of the gator that got to that thing is the right size. You won't have to worry about it being legal. You already know it is. They started hanging them at 4 feet because they said the gators would get big. They weren't endangered list. They're not even on an endangered list anymore. They're everywhere. They become a fucking nuisance. And I was watching this guy killing boa constrictors in the swamp. Holy crap, Florida's got a serious problem.
Yes, they do.
But for some reason, they can't figure out. All of a sudden, the gators have decided to fight back.
They actually called that guy. I don't know his name. I don't know his last name. Troy, one of the main stars on Swamp show. They called him in on a show that they're doing in Florida, which is similar, but it's on the snakes, and he was losing it. I mean, they brought him in with his expertise to help them find and hunt the snakes. These whatever techniques could cross over from the alligators that he hunts, and he just couldn't believe the size of the boas they were pulling out on that one show he was on. Enormous things.
Yeah, they're monsters. It's insane how much. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. This is interesting. Look at that. Ever learned something new?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my computer decided to connect to my phone again out of the random blue. It's hard now. I have no idea why I keep doing this. But now I can see everything on my phone. It's very weird.
That happened
all
to
these
my
pictures
phone.
I got, man. Yeah.
It's connected. My computer's connected to my phone.
I don't like to see get connected to my phone. It might, all my girlfriends might run into each other. It could be a bad scene. The 12 of them might get upset. before anybody asks, 12, just one for each one and a spare. That's plenty. Just rotate them around. Every 2 days, somebody new. No, it's not a heron. No, a heron suggests they're all live together. As it is, they barely like to share. Look at that sexy beastie bastard, man. That guy's sexy. This is just unbelievable how many pictures are on his phone. I didn't even know it was on his damn thing. Anyway, enough about all of that. Jay passed out. I think.
Is that what we're talking about? Your pictures?
No. I had it. I just came up out of nowhere on the screen. That's what I'm saying. My phone decided to connect, and every time my phone wants to connect to the computer, it wants to take over my camera. So that turns my camera off. It's really irritating. That's what it is. Jimmy. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me go see. I might still have it. No, I think it. Let me go look. It was on my Facebook page. Let me take a quick peek. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's talk about this. Okay. So, APC, which is the American polling company, put up a new election.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been needing to get to this, and we really need to. So, where's my motherfucking book? Oh, there it is. There we go. The phone. Tons of shit. Of course it is. The first thing on the poll. How familiar are you with how voting works in the USA? So the answers were very familiar, heard of it but don't know much, somewhat familiar, not familiar at all. So what it's interesting to watch all of this. I need to write these down as I go, so I got a record.
But it's also an interesting question because voting is different from state to state, sometimes even within a state from county to county and within city to city within the county. So, yeah. Not surprising you're going to get some mixed results there.
Let's see. So, very familiar was 38%. I was like, yeah, well, that's. I guess that's probably correct. Because somewhat familiar was 32%.
Yes.
So what is that? 70% right there, huh? Not familiar at all was looks like 8%, and then heard of it but don't know much about it.
Now we're talking about the actual process of casting our vote, or are we trying to talk about the actual process of the votes being processed and counted?
This is just how familiar are you about American electoral system? I mean, how does it work? So all this is, do you know what's going on? Do you even know how to, basically it's asking you, do you know how to vote? Is basically what
Stay safe, Heidi.
So let me see. So there's a 4% undecided on this. Just weird. But anyway, so real quick, people. So how familiar are you with how voting works in the United States? And these questions were actually suggested by a different company, to be honest with you. Very familiar, of course, is 38%. Heard of it, but don't know much about it. 18%. 32% for somewhat familiar, and 8% not familiar at all. So 8% of these people who took this never voted before. That's weird. And I don't know why the 4% put undecided. That's also weird. But anyway, between very familiar and somewhat familiar is 70%. So 70% of America, or 70% of the people who took this poll, which currently, let me see. as 10,199 people. So we'd have to divide it up to know. But so that's what these people have taken. And 70% out of those people, which would be what, about 7,000, 7,100, actually know how to vote. Well, that's I'm glad to see that. Pleasantly surprised. So the next one is damn it. How often what the hell? How often do you donate vote? What?
How can you donate a vote? I don't think you can.
How often do you donate vote? It should say how often do you vote. Anyway, I can tell because let's see. How often do you vote? Regular is number one, and it's over 65%. So that's a good sign.
What was the donated vote for, Joe?
The donate shouldn't be there.
Okay. That confused me, dude.
Confused me when I just read it. I thought I read this thing over, and I thought the AI read it over too. So apparently the AI thinks you can donate votes. No, AI, you cannot donate. So, shit. We're going to have to correct this. I don't even know if we can, actually. So where were we? Occasionally. What is that? 16%? That's 81%. Let's see where the other one go. Only in presidential elections.
Kara says, yeah, I thought that was just a question to make sure you were paying attention.
Yeah, it's a trick question. I know. What is he doing this for? Anyway,
no,
so
the trick question is who's buried in Grant's tomb?
I know. Actually, nobody picked never, which is pleasant. Let's see. Very familiar was 65%. Heard of it. I mean, not heard of it. Occasionally was 16%. Only for presidents was 15%, and not familiar at all was 4%. So that was 8% paying 4%. So still, this is steady. There is a percentage that don't. Okay. What do you vote? Or who do you vote with? Sorry, who do you vote with? Do you vote Republican, Democrat, centrist, or independents? Well, this should be interesting. Let me see if I can pull this up right there. Republicans, 39%. Woo! Go Republicans. Democrats. Ooh, Democrats are 42%. Ooh.
Wow.
Damn. That's 81% right there. Wow. 18% are independent, and 1% is centrist. Well, at least on this poll it was, which is weird because there's more independents now than there is anything else. Yeah, John. So the Republicans and Democrats, which make about 80%, were really close together. So these polls show that there's no big gap like the news media was trying to tell you that there's a gap and the Republicans are going to lose big. So Trump got a 9-point boost yesterday, which at first we thought was going to be from the war, but the treaty hadn't been signed yet. He had a 9-point boost because of D.C. and how it looks, and all these crazy Democrats were talking nice about it. So he's currently sitting around 48% his approval rate. So he's getting back up there. It looks like they're signing a deal with Iran and a treaty, which means gas prices will start coming back down. Economy's been steady.
I don't know. Just before we came on, there was a report that I don't know if it was coming from the Ayatollah, the Gayatollah, or from the IRGC or what, but they said something to the effect that they weren't going to do something with the signing. They weren't going to sign this weekend. So I don't know. It sounds like they're already waffling, and they haven't even, we haven't even gotten to the signing table yet.
Yeah, they better be careful.
Well, you know what? Yeah, because Trump will unload again. He will.
Yeah.
He wants to take that island, and they're going to give him the excuse to do it. So, what's next? How do you feel about Trump? Ooh, greatest president ever. Ooh, that's a big one. Greatest president ever. 44% of the people who took this poll, almost half of the 10,000, said he's the greatest president ever. Somewhat like
I want to know
him.
what the Democrats think.
Someone like him was 12%. Somewhat dislike him. Oh wait, no, let's do this one. Don't like him at all. 34%. Damn. Yeah. And somewhat disliking 10%. So that's 44 versus 56. So in this poll, more people liked him than disliked him by 12 points too. It's not little. What has Trump done the best job on? Oh, this one. Let's see. What choices did we give them? Immigration, crime, economy, and then there's just a list: Iran, Cuba, Venezuela. Well, that's cheating, Joe. Man, you can't do that. Iran, Cuba, Venezuela. Of course, that's going to be the most important. Let's see. Let's see. What is this? Immigration, 37%. That's going down some from what we used to have on. Ooh, shit. Got crimes at 34. Yeah, 34%. And what we got next is the economy is 27%. Which makes sense. Yeah, it makes total sense. Let's see.
Did you make this poll up, Joe?
Myself and whatchamacallit company did it. We designed it together. So they have pre-designed polls, but I wanted certain things in the poll, so I went and changed some stuff around. So it's a joint effort between both of us. So actually, they just updated it to 11,000 people have taken this poll. They just updated a minute ago. So, I mean, these are serious numbers. These aren't like little Yahoo polls or anything like this. Let's see. It's 57, 64, 68, 72. What? Let's try this again. 30, 60, 80, 87, 91. I was just trying to figure out what the last one was. It was 2%. It's making me crazy. So anyway, moving on. Oh, this is a good one here. Who do you think the next president of the United States? Who do you think will be the next president of the United States?
Rubio.
I'm still going with Vance. Yeah.
So wait. Let me read the list. Marco Rubio, J.D. Vance, Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, J.B. Pritzker, Pittsburgh Governor, AOC, John Fetterman, Tulsi Gabbard, and Mike Johnson.
Well, I don't think we're going to see Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania. I don't think he's ready for it. I think once he got the governorship, I think he realized it's different than from what he was doing. I think before he was a rep or a senator. I don't remember what, but the role of governor of the state's a little different. So I think he knows he He's got to tackle this job first and get good at it before he can try for president. Fetterman, I don't think he's ready.
Yeah, he didn't get any votes, by the way. Neither did Chelsea or Mike Johnson.
Yeah.
AOC got one, I think.
How many?
One. Let me make
One.
sure. Well, let me make sure. I don't want to lie. So
That's a mistake. Somebody had a really twitchy hand and pushed the wrong button.
Or someone might. Well, it wasn't me.
what is this?
I picked Rubio.
So Rubio, by the way, has 51% of the vote. Out of this 11,000 people, 51% of these people said they're going to vote for Rubio. JD Vance got 30%. That means Rubio's 21 points ahead of him.
Wow. Yeah.
Kamala Harris, y'all's favorite, has 5 points. Gavin Newsom has 4 points. Let's see who is next. JD Pritz has got 0.
Yeah, good. He's an idiot.
Let's see. AOC got 3.
Wow. She's an idiot. So are those people that voted for her.
Yeah. Oh, no. What's his name? Did get votes. All right. Pittsburgh governor did get votes.
Really?
Yeah, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Who, Fetterman or Shapiro?
Shapiro. Bill Fetterman didn't get the votes, but we still love him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think it's 90, 93, 99.
What he did for the town of for the borough of Braddock, man. He took that from nothing and he changed it around.
So, who was it? Anyway, so we had Rubio with 51% of the vote, JD Vance with 30% of the vote, Harris with less than 5%, Newsom with a little less than that, and Pittsburgh guy with 7%, and AOC with 3%. So total for all the Democrats, they've got 9, 16, 19%. No, yeah, 19%. The majority of people on this poll are voting for either Rubio or Vance.
Yeah.
Do you think Rubio will take Vance? If Rubio wins, do you think he'll take Vance as a VP?
Well, there may be.
I think he would.
There may be a slight problem.
They don't like each other.
No. Rumor has it that Junior wants to run.
Biden?
No. Trump.
Huh?
Trump.
Trump Jr.
Trump Jr. Oh.
Yeah. Trump Jr. wants to run.
Trump Jr.'s not old enough until the next one, though.
No, I think he's older. He's like in his 40s or something.
Which one?
The oldest son, Junior. He's got. He's in his 50s.
Hey, Google, is Trump Jr. old enough to be president?
You're thinking Barron is what you're thinking.
Donald Trump Jr. was born on December 31st, 1977, making him 48 years old.
Yeah.
Since the U.S. Constitution requires a president to be at least 35 years old, he meets that age requirement.
That age needs to be raised by the way to 40.
So yeah, he can. I was thinking Barron.
I'll tell you what's up for Barron, dude? I'm telling you.
I'm telling you who you better watch out for is that little granddaughter. That's who you better watch out for. She's gonna be the first female president.
Yeah, and that Elon Musk, if he doesn't wipe out the planet first.
So, his kids have got a good shot at it. No, Gene, his son is eligible. His son was born in the United States. Eli's a citizen, so he should not be. Even though Eli can run for office, just not for president. They want to change it where if you're not born here, you can't serve in politics. I'm 100% for it. All the idiots I've seen so far that are from other countries still think they're in their other country and try to bring their bad habits to ours. And how come none of the good countries come over here and get into our politics? Oh, no, they just go live the American dream. Say, fuck you, stupid Americans. Because we be dumbasses, Bob. Yeah, Bob, we be dumbasses. You know what? Let me finish looking. I was looking for something else and ran across the damn pole. Yeah, I thought I put it in here somewhere. Why am I seeing Christmas shit? Where the hell page am I on? I was like, Christmas? What the hell? I mean, it's only June, people. Okay, that's us. That's us from earlier. Well, that's the pretty part. This thing is so pretty. I'm going to have to put it up.
You have to put it to sleep.
Hold on.
No, he's got to put it up. What?
Hold on. Let me go find this first. Grab that. Yeah, Scott Kelly. I watched that too. But yeah, we got to watch that. That's badass.
All right, it's up.
Okay, it's up.
Yeah.
There it is.
What are your thoughts on this new fountain?
Did it go away? What the hell?
No. It went up.
I'm liking it.
Here at the brand new Christopher
Well, I'm trying to get it to start at the beginning.
Columbus Memorial.
It's waiting for him to reset. That's the problem with those things.
And this thing is sparkling clean. It looks so good. It's got water flowing through it for the first time since 2007. What was once an eyesore not long ago is now a beautiful sight to see. What are your thoughts on this new fountain?
It looks beautiful. It's a nice dedication.
It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous asset to Washington.
I love the way the fountain looks. It's clean. The city is amazing. I haven't had any problems as we've walked around the last few days.
It's great. Enjoying it. I'm liking it.
Here at the brand new Christopher Columbus Memorial Fountain that has just reopened as of last week. And this thing is sparkling clean. It looks so good. It's got water flowing through it for the first time since 2007. What was once an eyesore not long ago is now a beautiful sight to see. What are your thoughts on this new fountain?
Our thoughts are
it's a nice dedication.
We're on our merry way now. Oh, look at that cute book. Damn it took me back to Christmas again, people. We're not ready for Christmas yet.
Yeah, it's starting already.
Why am I saying Christmas shit? What the hell, pig? No damn Christmas stuff. Still, that wasn't what I was looking for. What's this about Scott Kelly? Oh, it's.
Oh, the little crybaby thing he did.
Yeah, we're gonna put it on. Am I still on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good deal. Oh, I gotta just turn on the ball.
A-hole, and there is just no other way to put it. Scott Pelley, who might just be the most arrogant guy in the media today. He's been at CBS for 37 years. They even made him the anchor of the CBS Evening News for a few months. But he totally failed because he lied to his audience and he picked a side every single night.
Yeah, he hated Trump.
The president doubles down on a falsehood. It has been a busy day for presidential statements divorced from reality. Well, the president's real troubles, again today, were not with the media, but with the facts. This comes after a rough start to his presidency, a weekend of tweeting tantrums and falsehoods from the president and his spokesman. And today, the president made a claim about the size of his electoral victory, a claim that wasn't remotely true.
He completely failed in that role. After that, he was relegated to 60 Minutes, a show that was once important and good, like in the days of Mike Wallace, but today has just become another propaganda tool for the left. You might remember this moment just 10 days before the 2020 election when Leslie Stahl refused to even entertain that the Hunter Biden laptop might be real, even though it definitely was real.
The question the media asked him, what kind of ice cream, what flavor ice cream do you have? And he's in the midst of a scandal.
He's not.
And he's taking... Of course he is,
no.
Leslie.
Come on.
Of course he is. It's the biggest, second biggest scandal.
Sir,
they spied on my campaign and they got caught.
Can I say something? You know, this is 60 Minutes. And we
What does that have
can't
to do
put
with
on things we can't
No, you won't
verify.
put it on because it's bad for Biden.
We can't
Look, let me
put
tell
on
you.
things we can't verify.
Leslie, they spied on my campaign.
Well, we can't
It's
verify
been totally
that.
What a joke. Or this moment, this was just days after the infamous Trump-Biden debate when Scott Pelley continued to cover up Joe Biden's health issue that the world had just seen, and instead he blamed it on a stutter that Biden allegedly reportedly had 70 years ago.
Late Thursday, we met President Biden at the White House. It had been a rough week, and we could see it on him. Mr. Biden will be 81 next month, and he has said that when he's tired, his lifelong stutter can creep back in.
It has been like that for decades now, and on Monday, the network wanted to introduce a new executive producer for 60 Minutes. This stuff happens all the time. They were going to introduce this guy to the staff, and Scott Pelley reportedly started arguing with him as soon as he walked into the room, calling him names, showboating, calling his qualifications into question because to Scott Pelley knows best. CBS then fired Scott 24 hours after that, unburdening themselves of what had been, which was Scott Pelley, who was making $7 million a year to do stories like this. And just like Stephen Colbert, Scott thought that it was a wise idea to insult your bosses, to insult CBS while working for CBS. Here he is knocking CBS after his previous executive producer resigned.
Our parent company, Paramount, is trying to complete a merger. The Trump administration must approve it. Paramount began to supervise our content in new ways. None of our stories has been blocked, but Bill felt he lost the independence that honest journalism requires. No one here is happy about it, but in resigning, Bill proved one thing. He was the right person to lead 60 Minutes.
I mean, anybody, I could fall asleep to that right there. Who speaks like that but Scott Pelley? They thought that Bill was the right person to lead 60 Minutes all along. Scott, who do you think you are? It's called CBS, not the Scott Pelley Network. And for that reason, they can do whatever they want because you work for them, Scott, not anymore. But Scott didn't see it that way. He thinks he's bigger than CBS. He literally thinks that CBS is going to fail now that he's not there. And I've got news for Scott. Cemeteries are full of indispensable men. I'm one of them. I hope they don't do it, but they could get rid of me anytime and the show will go on. Scott's one of them too. We are all indispensable, but not according to Scott, who ran to the New York Times this morning to tell them just how important he thinks he is. Quote, I have been in combat in Afghanistan, Mr. Pelley said. I have been in combat in Iraq. I have been to the war zone in Ukraine multiple times, risking my life and my happiness and that of my family because of my devotion to the broadcast. Scott, I hate to tell you this, but covering a war from the Courtyard Marriott and serving in the armed forces are definitely not the same thing. And you've never been in combat. You've never served our country. You are a reporter who seems to have forgotten the first rule of being a reporter, which is don't become the story, which is exactly why Scott is now the story. Scott Pelley, the real impartial journalist. Take a look.
But in this moment, this morning, our sacred rule of law is under attack. Journalism is under attack. Universities are under attack. Freedom of speech is under attack.
He's an idiot.
That was Scott speaking at the Wake Forest graduation. When Donald Trump was president, of course, he would never say anything like that when Joe Biden was president, because he never did. Scott made millions of dollars every year to help Democrats. So what's going to happen now? I report, I decide. Well, 60 Minutes will air this Sunday, and they will get the exact same ratings they got last week, maybe even better. And Scott will be launching the Pelley podcast, I have no doubt, very soon. Just my opinion, of course, and I report, I decide, like Scott Pelley.
Information. Truth.
He was such an ass. Oh, look at his sexy bastard. Well, I don't know. This show might not be rated for something like this.
Ooh, uh-oh, yeah, look out.
Oh, UNCL. Yeah, dude. Going after the youngins.
Youngins? Oh, God. I think think about it for a second.
Yeah.
See, this is no. When you say youngins, I think right there. There you go.
There's a couple familiar faces in there.
Yep.
So this guy Joe right here, he was big with him. He's actually a doctor. She did the artwork for his women, which was really good. And she's talented. She's just a little more on the quiet side, but she can come out of the show and work on it.
Yeah.
I told her, I said, I was proud. I said, when I first met you, you were really quiet. Didn't want to talk.
Sorry you lost service there, Heidi.
I'm letting you know that now because I do believe that you should be made aware of
Wait. We gotta make this restart. Why don't they have a thing on here that just restarts?
if you are not already, that you are working with and going to be speaking at that you're tracking actually had an an organization and rally that not is just funded by Christy Walton, the heiress of Walmart, but also has ties to the Chinese Progressive Association, largely funding it, that actually brags on their website that they are pro-Maoist. Also, too, funded by the National Endowment for Democracy. I know there's a lot of people on this committee that don't like billionaires interfering in politics, but say nothing when George Soros gets over $260 million from USAID through the last administration that's then funneled into some of these nonprofits and organizations. So I guess my question for you guys is, now that I've made you aware that these riots are not about illegals and they're not about immigrants, if they did, they would have been protesting under Barack Obama, who's also dubbed the deporter-in-chief. And frankly, I think many of you would say that Barack Obama was a good president. Are you going to say that Barack Obama wasn't a good president? Yes or no, Governor Waltz? Do you think he was a good president?
Do I think Barack Obama was a good president? I think he did a good job.
Okay, how about you, Governor Pritzker?
I think he did a good job.
Hochul?
Hochul, and yes, he did do a good job.
Okay, next. Perryman?
I want to call it
I think President Obama did a good job.
So then you would understand that Barack Obama had the very same policies for the most part on immigration that Republicans are parroting today. And yet you guys are sitting here saying that we're Gestapo. And what I would tell you is that what happens with open borders is that the real people that are coming here, the ones that are exploited, actually it hurts people on both sides, not just Americans, but the illegals. Some of you had said here to the actual committee that you are doing what you can to assist these people. But what I would say is that your policies aren't actually done from a place of understanding and sympathy. I would say that it's actually doing the exact opposite. And when you use brown people, just like they use black people with BLM and Marxists during BLM to usher that in, when you use brown people and you put Mexican flags with them saying that you stand up for illegal immigrants, but you follow the money and it's going back to the Communist Party, what you're essentially doing is using your platform as elected officials, the trust that the American people have put in you, essentially to usher in communism. You're not actually fighting for American values. Don't roll your eyes because it's a serious topic and that's where the money's coming from. So now I'm informing you. So now you guys can make your decisions, but please be informed, sir, Mr. Walls, that if you truly do uphold the American ideologies and perspectives on the Constitution, you should not be speaking at that rally. I've given you the correct information. And as of right now, I've authorized a letter to be sent to my office to the President of the United States to rescind millions of dollars in funding that we know are going to the No Kings protests that were authorized and basically given under the last administration. That is what Congress is supposed to do, not point fingers, not blame people, but actually ensure that the American people are protected and not fighting for foreign interests, foreign governments, and also the communist.
Will the gentlelady yield for a
that you're tracking actually had it.
So who was that?
I don't know the masked woman. I wish
internal
I knew.
memo that was released that stated that the government of China considered you a prime target.
Look her up. Look her up, Jay. See who she is.
I couldn't hear the name. There's too much noise.
Influence operations. I'm letting you know that now because I do believe that you should be made aware of, if you are not already, that you are working with.
Hear you over her.
Okay, hold on. What? It's Anna Paulina Luna. The last name
Luna.
Yeah, last name's Luna.
Doesn't see the chick that does the UFO bit?
Going to be speaking.
She's a girl that does the UFO.
No, that's Nancy.
She's a congresswoman for Florida, representing. She's a Republican for Florida District 13.
She's fired.
Well, one of the most bloodthirsty terrorist organizations on planet Earth. He said he did this with the cooperation of Venezuela. Of course, good guys are in Venezuela right now. You know what Trende Aragua was responsible for? The death of Laken Riley, Jocelyn Ngari. He points that out in this Truth Social, and countless other beautiful souls. He never forgets. He never forgets.
We got that
He writes that with this action, the United States military has brought retribution for them, their families, and their loved ones. He promised to make Trende Aragua a foreign terrorist organization, and he did. They've been waging war on the cartels. I believe that's Laken Riley right there, the nursing student who was murdered.
The Department of War dropped a third batch
And America can't stop looking. The site has over 1.5 billion views. We see why. These files are pretty juicy. Out west, UFOs were spotted near a sensitive national security site back in 2023. Eyewitnesses described seeing orange orbs like this. They called it a mother orb, and then mother would launch smaller orbs, one after the other. In Colorado Springs, a former U.S. Army intel officer and 4 members of his unit saw a UFO over the Cheyenne Mountains. They said it looked kind of like a potato and was somewhat translucent with a slight shimmer.
That's not.
And in 2008, the CIA sent assets to Zimbabwe. They were on high alert after a UFO was supposedly hovering right over their airport. The files say lights were rotating under the UFO. And when it was spotted, the lights changed colors and then quickly flew out of sight. This is all happening here on Earth. But up in space, something weird's going on too. NASA audio shows that after the Apollo 16 mission in 72, scientists were talking about an alien starbase on the moon. The Pentagon also released years of eyewitness videos sent to the FBI, part of their unresolved cases. You can see multiple bright orbs moving through the sky, and the FBI didn't just watch them, they went out there. According to the files, the FBI conducted a boots-on-the-ground operation. Agents visited the property of people who said they saw UFOs. They were given a tour to understand how the videos were taken. During one of the visits in November 2024, FBI agents reported seeing a white pulsating light near the tree line. It bolted side to side, and they said it danced before disappearing. 2 other agents also observed a bright red light hovering at the treetops. They said it disappeared and then came right back. Agents tried to take a photo, but it was blurry. And we want to get to the bottom of these mysteries, and now experts are saying they're closer than ever to solving it.
Sure they are.
Maybe
they're
soon
85. They're
the president
85
will tell
seconds
us
to discovery.
we're not alone. Fox News Alert, we got more UFO files.
Oh, look at this, man. That's just so bad.
What happened to it?
So what? You don't see that on the screen?
No, I changed. I took it off of the full screen, and then it would just there. It is.
Okay. So let me see something. Let me do it. I'm gonna try anyway. Let's see.
That's how it's supposed to look, people. That's how it looked 50 years ago.
Just pretty. Oh, Gene, no, you mean the monolith itself? Why it's 2 different colors? Yeah, there's a story to that. It has to do with the war. They had to stop it because they needed the material for the war. And when they came back, they couldn't find the exact color marble. So they had to quarry it somewhere else. That was a different color. No, that's true. It's a true story. You can look at yourself.
Yeah, even if they could get a marble from the exact quarry, it wouldn't necessarily have matched in color after how many years was that thing built in? 50, 60, 100 years ago?
Yeah, it sat there for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years before they even started putting the top the rest of them. I mean, you can see it. It's about right here down is a different color. But I like it because, I mean, it looks good. It actually looks like, the moon kind of, it's lighting up nice, and reflecting.
That's a really cool area of DC. That's what's called the Mall right there.
Yeah. What's that, Jack? The Promenade? Yeah, it's all the same area. DC's Trump's cleaned it up a lot. I was talking to a friend of mine who lives there. She's like, Joe, it ain't even close to the same town. She said, she said she used to be in a kind of, it was a nice neighborhood, but it was kind of rough. And she might be out kidding. She goes walking with her kid, and she nobody need bombs. It is really nice.
Yep. The cool thing about this area is, like, if you go up to the monument, to the left is the White House. If you keep going, behind it is the Senate building. If you go to the right, you can depending on which street you pick, you can hit the museums, whether it's the art museums or the science museums. If you come back where the point is in the reflection, if you come to that point and come to the other side of the reflecting pool and then take a left, you'll go to the Natural History Museum, which is a very cool place. They have the Hope Diamond. They have a Architeuthis giant squid. They have a giant model of blue whale, all kinds of neat stuff in that building.
Yeah, I won't do that. Okay.
They have Fonzie's jacket too, from Happy Days.
Where the hell is that at? Sorry, I got hung up in some audio there.
The natural space, the natural history museum. They have a like a I guess a pop culture wing or a TV history wing. They have they have stuff from MASH. They have Fonzie's jacket on display. A few other things. They may have some things from Star Trek too, because the Air and Space Museum is part of that system, and they have a lot of Star Trek things on exhibit.
Jack, I was in the Hard Rock. This is downtown New Orleans, about 25 years ago. So I'm sitting in the Hard Rock. We're having lunch, Linda and I, and I look up and there's some Arnold Schwarzenegger memorabilia on the wall, and there's his handprints and his footprints. So I look up at his handprint and I put my hand up there. My hand's like quite a bit larger than his. My hand, I don't have that big a hand, so I was kind of like, what the bleed? So I asked the guy at the desk, I said, is that really his handprints? Or somebody else said, no, that's really it. She said he had little hands and little feet. I was like, what? So no, and it was very strange. And Rocky, Arnold Schwarzenegger's jacket, I don't even think I could have got my arm in. I don't think I could have got my arm in. Well, you better go do something with yourself. You're not on air. You're not getting paid. Yeah. The guy said, they're not paying. You better get out of here. We had an interloper. I don't know. It's cool, though. I got to say, I was happy to see it. I'm not going to lie. And it's helped his standing in the country. A lot of Americans are like, wow, this is really cool. Whoa, what is that? That is scary.
These are really cool city. I mean, I've enjoyed it a lot. So the Georgetown area is pretty cool, which is a little bit far from where that picture was, but it never has been a very dirty city until recently, I guess, but it never was like busy like New York is always so busy.
It's let's get it. Yeah, let's get it. Gene, I don't know. It's kind of strange, however. Joe Rogan reacts to Elizabeth Warren exposing Jeff Bezos. Wait, what? No, I gotta go listen to this. Are we up?
Yeah, it's up.
No, we're not. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, we're not up. Hold on a second.
Darn it.
Yeah. That's a lie.
Yeah, they make more money than everybody else. Right. You could do that too.
People talk about making the tax system more progressive. How about we start by having the nurse and queens not pay taxes? The bottom half of income earners in this country pay only 3% of the taxes.
Is so weird that that's a narrative that actually gets pushed through. This is a narrative that gets pushed along democratic socialists.
The billionaires are not paying based on their wealth.
This idea that it's easy to become a billionaire and that these billionaires somehow or another are the problem because they're not paying their fair share.
Jeff Bezos pays taxes at the same rate as a Boston public school teacher. And that makes no sense at all.
You look at the actual numbers of the tax base and how much they contribute and how many jobs they provide. And yeah, they make more money than everybody else. Right. You could do that too.
People talk about making the tax system more progressive. How about we start by having the nurse and queens not pay taxes? The bottom half of income earners in this country pay only 3% of the taxes.
Is so weird that that's a narrative that actually gets pushed through. This is a narrative.
Yeah, people don't realize that the bulk of the federal income comes from mostly large businesses and the billionaires.
Sure. Oh, look at this cute bastard. Sean's got a crush on this guy.
Drax. It's Drax. He's coming to get us.
It's actually, we're going to change it. He's the father of Drax.
Oh, yeah, maybe so.
Yes, because it could be little X. He could be Drax. Could be the brother right above him. Could also be Drax.
He may not make it to Mars. He is looking kind of peaky lately.
The father of Drax. And this
Google, how old is Elon Musk?
54.
Elon Musk is 54 years old.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I know that from some other thing.
It sounds like science fiction. He says next year will feel more like the future than any year in human history.
The next year alone
is
going to be almost unfathomable. I think next year is going to feel like the future
Yes.
More than any other year. I mean, the past year or two has been a lot of interesting digital elements, but when we've got, humanoid robots moving around, and we have the cyber cab driving around, and we have, flying cars,
more like
and
the
drones, it's going to feel like the future. And we're going to have the Jetsons sort of like materializing before us.
By the end of next year, I think so.
Yeah. And we have rockets
in 2 years,
flying and landing.
big time.
Yeah.
Like the robot production will scale very there'll be a shitload of robots basically in 2 years.
Is that a defined unit of measure?
It would be rare.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. Will you offer any Optimi for home purchase? Will you sell or only lease the robots, do you think?
I don't know yet. There will be initially a scarcity of robots, and then there will be robots that will be plentiful. So the time gap between scarce and plentiful will be only a matter of 5 years.
You know how the
4
Tesla
years.
comes to your driveway now? You just buy it online and it just drives up to you?
Yeah, he's heard of
Will
that.
the robot just come and ring the doorbell too?
Yeah,
Yeah, think about that. Yeah.
Number
Buy a
I think
robot
the
and it
weirdest
walks
thing
itself
that
to
I've
your
ever heard
house.
anybody say is that all time exists currently.
That goes back 120 years. Einstein really thought there wasn't much of a way around it because he said,
I think the weirdest thing that I've ever heard anybody say is that all time exists currently.
that goes back 120 years. Einstein really thought there wasn't much of a way around it because he said, okay, well, if everything is going at different velocities compared to everything else, right? I mean, it's a great question a kid can ask. How fast am I going through space? If you're on the equator of the Earth, that goes around at about 1,000 miles an hour. We go around the sun at about 67,000 miles an hour in our orbit. The sun's going around the galaxy about 500,000 miles an hour around the galaxy. The galaxy is going towards a galactic cluster at more than 1,000,000 miles an hour. How fast are we going, really? The only thing you can measure is how fast are you going relative to something else. There's no answer. So Einstein said the only way he could really think about how that would work is if the universe was just one big thing. There's only one now. Einstein famously said, the past, present, and future are persistently annoying illusions. Do we know this to be true? At the moment, we don't have any better physics. And I doubt the physics will get any less weird than that. I mean, that's sort of the way modern physics thinks the universe may be, is a big whole thing that started from beginning to end and is all now.
When we create a clock, we create a watch.
Mm-hmm.
And the watch is, 24 hours a day, it's running. What is it measuring?
That is exactly the question Albert Einstein asked. That is a deep, excellent question. That question that you asked is what completely revolutionized physics. Everything fell apart when people said, how do you even measure time? What does it mean to make a clock? What are we measuring? In Einstein's experiment, the clock has, two mirrors and there's light bouncing between it. And that's the distance that it travels in one tick. You put that clock on a spaceship and the spaceship's going really fast. And as it goes by, you see that clock, as it streams by you really fast, you see the light make this motion. This line is actually longer than that line because now it's at an angle. And this is what made Einstein say, time has to change. If anything moves, the tick of a clock changes. However you measure time, whatever time is, whether you measure it with a bouncing clock or whether you measure it with a vibrating atom like we do in the Bureau of Standards, or whether you measure it with a spring that's slowly unwinding in a wristwatch, anything you can do to measure one moment to the next changes when motion is involved. It's not just the measurement, it's time itself is changing. Any way we have to measure this thing we call time, I don't think we have an answer to what time is. What are we measuring? I think right there, I think you're asking for the next revolution in physics that we don't have yet. I really mean that.
I think the weirdest thing that I've ever heard anybody.
10 secrets about Belgian Malinois. Only 1% of people know you think you know this dog. But these secrets will completely change the way you see the Malinois forever. Secret number 10.
They're fur
The
missiles,
Belgian
man.
Malinois is not one breed. Belgium officially recognizes 4 shepherd varieties, and the Malinois is simply the short-coated version named after the city of Mechelen, which most owners have never even heard of. Secret number 9. A Malinois puppy is born completely manageable and sweet. The real animal does not reveal itself until around 18 months when their drive, energy, and intensity explode overnight and completely overwhelm unprepared owners. Secret number 8. Their bite is not just powerful, it is precise. Military handlers train the Malinois to bite and hold a specific body part on command, releasing only when ordered, which requires a level of self-control most humans do not possess. Secret number 7. A Malinois can scale a 12-foot wall using pure speed and grip alone. No jumping assistance, no ramp, just raw explosive athleticism that shocks even experienced dog trainers the first time they witness it. Secret number 6. They were used in World War I to carry messages across active battlefields under live gunfire, running routes that would kill any human soldier, completing the mission and returning for the next one. Secret number 5. A Malinois does not switch off, ever. While other working breeds rest between tasks, this dog is always scanning, always processing, always ready. Which is why owners report feeling genuinely exhausted just from living with one. Secret number 4. NASA studied the movement mechanics of the Belgian Malinois to help design agile military robotics. This dog did not just influence dog sport, he influenced the future of machines. Secret number 3. Their loyalty is so absolute that Malinois handlers in special forces units report their dog will position himself between the handler and any threat during off-duty hours with zero command given. Pure instinct, pure devotion. Secret number 2. A Malinois named Cairo wore full tactical body armor and assisted Navy SEAL Team 6 during the 2011 Bin Laden raid. The most elite military operation in modern history trusted a dog to lead the way. Secret number 1. The deepest secret about the Belgian Malinois is this. He is not a dog for everyone, and he knows it. He will test every owner, push every boundary, and expose every weakness until he finds the one person worthy of his full loyalty. And the day he decides that person is you, there is no force on earth that will ever come between you. 10.
You want to hear something?
Still the white girl's got a kitchen.
Ooh! Look out for that wall. Holy cow, that's a third baseman.
You want to hear something really fascinating?
Sure. The very first major community in North America is in the most unlikely place. It's in northern Louisiana. There is a pyramid, a big one, at a site called Poverty Point that is 3,500 years old. Biggest of the Mississippian cities is called Cahokia. And it was huge. It had a population of 20,000 people and pyramids all over the place, a huge palisade wall around it. Cahokia was the big first city, but then it spread from the Mississippi all the way to the Atlantic. There were hundreds and hundreds of these big cities that had, 5,000 to 10,000 people each.
You want to hear something really fascinating?
Sure. The very first major community in
the Bible. You want to go for a walk?
Someone finally did it. Someone finally did it. Mark Wayne Mullen, United States Senators, talking up on the Hill yesterday. And Bernie Sanders interrupts him because Bernie Sanders knows Mark Wayne Mullen is making this exact point. Here he is like, hey, what do you mean you need more money for Obamacare? I thought this was supposed to save us money. And Bernie knows they've got a problem, tries to shut him down. Check this out.
We can agree that it is absolutely not affordable, 100% not affordable, yet it was supposed to be affordable. That's what we sold by Obamacare. So how about we work together and say, hey, so scrap ACA, admit it doesn't work, admit you guys made a mistake, and let's work at something with President Trump to make affordable healthcare healthy and affordable for everybody. But there's zero chance you guys could do that. Zero chance. Yet everybody would bring up
do that?
for trying to make changes. God forbid we change and go after us and try to fix our broken system. Let's talk about some.
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry, I didn't ask your opinion on that. And if I cared about your opinion, I would ask you, but I don't care about your opinion.
Well,
you're part of the system. You're part of the problem. You've been sitting here longer than I've even been alive. This is your problem. You should have fixed this a long time ago. You've been railing on it so long. What have you
I've
been doing?
decided not to run for Surgeon General. You're the nominee. I've decided
That
not
is
to accept
definitely-
that nominee.
That is definitely something we would never accept.
Thank you, Senator Mark Wayne Mullen. Thank you.
Ooh, dirty fool. Ooh, dirty fool.
Dirty fool.
Ooh, my good friend, you showed me the rules to dirty fool. Baby, this time.
They're gonna show a clean pool, show dirty pool. Dirty pool.
And touch the sound of silence.
Hello, puppy.
And in the naked light I saw.
Oh, we gotta turn that
Patience,
off.
persistence, perseverance. When something.
Put the thing on so you can hear this. I asked him why he's such a defender of the right to bear arms.
Well, I'd give up my gun when everybody else does. If there were guns here, would you want to be the only person without one?
Should you carry guns
Not
routinely? I mean, you have a gun at home?
Yeah, it's legal in the United States. It's part of our Constitution. You know, the right to bear arms is because that's the last form of defense against tyranny, not to hunt.
Put the thing on so you can hear this. I asked him why he's such a defender of the right to bear arms.
Well, I'd give up my gun when everybody else does. If there were guns here, would you want to be the only person without one?
Should you carry guns
Not
routinely? I mean, you have a gun at home?
Yeah, it's legal in the United States. It's part of our Constitution. You know, the right to bear arms is because that's the last form of defense against tyranny, not to hunt.
Calm down, guys.
Whoa.
No way.
Whoa.
That's horseshit.
That's bullshit, yeah.
That's horseshit. That's horseshit.
Flip it over, soldier. You're upside down.
That's horseshit, Chris.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's AI.
That's just do it, reality, do it. The American pilots are insane.
Nobody talks about how to start chair Tai Chi.
California Governor Gavin Newsom announced that he plans to travel to states where freedom is most under attack.
California legislature banned state money going to travel to states that had so-called anti-LGBTQ laws. So you couldn't have the sports teams. You couldn't have state officials going to other states that had controversial laws. And just one of the leading legislators who supported this said, it's not working. And we have to repeal this because there's too much business going on across the country. We have to travel and it would lead to a civil war.
You remember the Civil War, what it was called, the war between the
Right,
states?
yeah.
We're making it very personal between states. Like your state is kind of purple now.
He's talking about freedom, less states that are less free. Isn't he the guy who told everybody they had to stay home during COVID? And then he went to some lobbyist dinner with 25 of his best friends. So they were hanging out, having a good time.
California Governor Gavin.
You have to watch this.
I'm a Muslim. But what we learned about Jesus, peace be upon him, is that we love him.
Yes.
If a man in his 50s.
Conservatives can blame liberals for a lot of things, like making your kid wear a bike helmet and gluten-free cupcakes and the war on Christmas. But the one thing you're not going to get to blame us for is Donald Trump, because they are already trying to do that. But it is not going to happen.
Okay, I have
Well,
to
it
say
is
this,
happening
Bill.
there, dude.
So let's be honest. The reason Trump got in the first time was because of who? Barack Insane Obama.
Yeah.
That's why he got in. And that's why he won the way he did. Because y'all could have put Hillary in, but you didn't. You put Trump in. So then you get him out with Joe Biden somehow. And, okay, you got him out. And then you let him back in because you put in an idiot. So you had, out of the last, the last 16 years, you control 12 of them. So almost everything bad that's going on in our country right now is directly related to you. Everything. Shame on you. Don't try to blame Trump for your mistakes, idiots.
Happen.
But,
If we have to own the
it
man.
usually happens anyway. when most presidents come in from a previous administration that has made some huge, kerfuffle like Biden did, like Obama did. The incoming administration, whether it's the same party or the different party, they still get the ration of shit for it.
Yeah, well, it's funny because for most presidents, it takes about 18 months to implement policy. Trump came in and in 8 months closed 8 peace deals, which is just unheard of. I don't think. I was looking the other day. It's never been done on the planet by anybody.
He's about to close the 9th one if he does this thing this weekend.
And then Russia said they're willing to go to the table, so it could be 10. And it looks like Venezuela's cooperating with us, and I think next year they're going to have free elections. It's looking like. If Rubio has his way, they'll get free elections. They're going to probably wait till the year of 2028 when they run it, until they can say, "Hey, look, Venezuela now has free elections." Cuba too. So that'll have been 9 or 10 wars he ended, and 8 peace, and then 3 countries he freed, or 2 countries. I don't know what's going to happen. Right?
Well, yeah, he hasn't done anything with Cuba yet, so if we freeze that, that's that to be a 3rd country.
Well, no, Cuba's different. So there's a couple things going on. There's a big movement in Miami to push for making Cuba a territory. Just take it from Raul and just make it a territory. But there also is a push inside of Cuba in case it comes to a vote about being a territory. And then there's the option that what's his name could step down and they could put a democratic government. But anyway it goes, it's the end of the current regime. It's not going to be allowed to come back. Cuba was a great place before we let it go communist. And I seen lots of pictures from there.
It was a huge resort vacation spot, particularly for senators and Hollywood types.
Not just them, people from overseas, Russia and South America, or from all over the place.
Right, but I mean, just strictly
Watch
for the
what happens
American
when he puts on the plus
side of the business. A lot of, the Rat Pack was there a lot. They loved that place.
Yeah, well, it was a big place back then. What the hell we got going on here? Sean, put the candy down. You can't be flipping around like that. Man, you just jumped up and grabbed the side of the wing. You get in trouble for that shit. Maybe you can put your ass off the ship.
Watch what happens when he puts on the plus.
So, if they would forget to salute Jack, they go into the brig. May even cost them a demotion. That's an officer in that jet. It's very least a full lieutenant, probably closer to a lieutenant commander, and
or even a colonel or lieutenant colonel sometimes.
And, the Navy would have been a captain. So you don't know. I never forgot to sleep. Nobody ever. It's because it's part of the deal. Technically, they're not supposed to launch until you salute. The salute. There's 3 things: the salute, the claw, and the finger. I'll let the pilot know that everything's been done. Everything's connected at time to launch. And when you drop the salute, technically, at that point, what you get is 2 things. Catapult guy releases, the pilot hits the thrust, and away you go off that one seat. So it serves not just to respect the officer, but as a key point to get the damn plane on the boat. No, I was a shooter. I wasn't a retriever. I didn't do retriever. Unless it was an electronics bomb, I didn't do retriever. Well, that's different.
I was a cook.
And Sean was poisoning the crew. Actually, dude, you'd be surprised. Most Navy ships had good cooks.
Yep.
No, seriously, Jen. Most of them had good cooks. Oh, wait, that's it. Oh, I don't see no reflection, man. Oh, man. What's happening?
It's because it's windy.
What's happening? Oh, no, man. No reflection.
If the pool isn't calm, you don't
Trump
get
lied,
one.
Man. Trump lied. I'll just tell you what other people are going to say. Trump lied, man.
That's the Lincoln Memorial there.
It's pretty water there.
Can you pull it up just so we can see it? Because it's so nuts.
I think Kamala's honestly just a shit candidate, and she's gonna f the country up. She's already had 4 years. No one's elected her. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the Democratic Party wins, only because of the way they have strategically undermined democracy, because Trump was almost assassinated. When you're constantly calling somebody a threat to democracy, that's what fucking happens. Real political violence. And they are the ones who enable that. Identity politics too. She has radicalized millions of Democrats by telling them your entire identity revolves around your race, your gender. To the blonde dude over there, when I was speaking earlier, you talking about you can't believe my standpoint on transgenderism because I'm a black gay man. You know nothing about me, actually. You assumed my sexuality. You assumed my race. I'm a mixed individual. I'm half Hispanic, half black, viva la raza, all that. And I'm actually bisexual. I can pull bad bitches when I want to. So you know nothing about me. It's projection because you're a black gay man and you can't pull bitches.
Can you pull it up just so we can see it?
Here's how I blew up a scammer's entire
Bunch of crazy old guys. This can't be good. This can't be good.
Brings back memories.
I said the hip hop, the hip it to the hip.
Sugar Hill Gang.
You don't stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
Know what he can do against fastballs. He gets a good slider there. Know what he can do against fastballs.
Uh-oh. Don't fall over. Need some more. What's the matter with this thing?
Oh, the battery ran out?
Yeah, need some water. Yeah, need some water. He's a little thirsty.
No.
Gotta cool him down. Oh, he's farting. He's farting. Still farting. Yeah.
I've seen it all right now. I've never in my life seen this.
Okay.
Yeah, what did we just see?
I'm not even sure what to make.
Okay, guys, I told myself I was never going to order.
Oh, here we go.
Baby boys.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, the bow and arrow, that's cool.
Yeah.
We gotta get rid of Thunderstruck, yeah.
Come on, Peter, let's go someplace else.
Jamie, I'm gonna.
Hello.
Come on, Peter, let's go someplace else.
But Mom,
No buts.
Oh. Bitte schön.
Danke.
A good day, man.
Hey, Kevin.
You, one strawberry milkshake, please. Now you.
In a dirty glass.
Show me your identification papers, please. I love strawberry milkshake. It's perhaps my favorite American thing. So simple. Just milk and ice cream. Tell me, are you from here, John Smith? Huh?
John Smith.
Jamie, I'm going to send you this because this is a very weird, very strange thing that I saw.
Holy.
The thing about this one, I don't know if it's true, but it looks like there's a path that it has on the ground in the bottom of the ocean. 2 mile dome slowly crossing.
It's a 2 mile dome?
2 miles across, slowly crawling. So look, it looks like it's leaving a trail.
Yeah.
So is that real?
I never contemplated it.
What?
About extraterrestrial life? That they're not coming from space, that they're coming from the ocean.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a big one.
Jamie, I'm going to send you this because
if your husband's belly looks like this or like this, he is not fat. He is infested, and his gut is probably crawling with parasites and bad. He's really good.
I guess we sent children to war 50 years ago. At 18, I went into the United States Navy. I spent 1 year being trained and became a Navy SEAL. I then deployed to Southeast Asia and Vietnam for a 9-month deployment. While I was in BUDS training, underwater demolition SEAL training, I turned 19. While I was deployed on my first deployment to Vietnam, I turned 20. I returned home. Within 1 week, I went into my executive officer and I demanded to go back to Vietnam. He looked at me and said, "But you just got home. You can't do that." Then he asked the question, "What is the problem?" And I said, "Here's the problem, sir. Over there, I'm a man. Here, I'm a child." I had done all of that. 9 months, came back, and I could not drink a beer on Orange Avenue because I was under 21. I couldn't even vote for who sent me to Vietnam because voting was 21 then. I wasn't old enough. What did I learn from that? Yeah, I guess we send children to war.
Holy he's really good.
Yeah, I guess we send.
Being super judgy and calling everyone a Nazi.
Thank you for stopping by.
Like I think they've called you and me Nazis. You know.
I'm a Nazi. I have friends that are comedians that called you a Nazi, and I got pissed off.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Like not as a joke.
Nazi. No, because you did that thing at the. My heart goes out to you.
Everyone who's done
everyone, all of them.
Hey,
Tim Walz, Kamala Harris, every one of them did it. They all did it.
That's good. Okay. Oh, welcome back, everybody. We were all out there and never land.
Shorts and clips. We need to get a little blipper thingy for the corner that says shorts and blips.
Yeah, it's well, the clip's too good for some reason. Well, there was a bunch of dumb ones there. Some of them, well, because we got like
Kira, the bulk of the fighting force for Vietnam was through to the draft, and the average age was 19 for the soldier that went over.
Yeah, it was kind of so many young people we can kill off. Oh, Vladimir Putin banned transgenders from adopting children.
Wow.
Hey, Kevin, I need a topic for tomorrow. Do you have any ideas?
Who built all them 15,000-year-old cities?
Hey, Batgirl.
All right, what's that's Aben. That's too long. That's Mr. Pratt. He's still attacking the hell out of him over there. And,
But there's still Iran is throwing missiles still.
No. That's the Pratt guy from LA.
Pratt.
He's the guy who's running for mayor. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's still throwing barbs, I'm sure.
More than just barbs, like nuclear missiles and shit.
Yeah. They're really going at each other, those over there in Maine.
Let's see. No, here it is. Get out of here. All right, grab this. Maybe I'm gonna get maybe some French toast. I've been craving it shit lately. It's like a crack or something. Yeah, give me a crack, give me a crack, man. Give me a crack. Give me a crack.
Yes, I do, Carrie. I need a topic for tomorrow. Remember, it's a 2-hour show.
Ooh.
Who the hell's that?
That's Kaylee from
Firefly.
Firefly.
Or the doctor from Stargate. She's in several shows, actually.
Yeah.
She looks like a puppy here, man.
She's pretty.
The first time I ever seen her, she was ass up in the air, shining in the daylight.
Well, when you first meet her on Firefly, she's just finishing having sex with some strange random dude. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. She's white ass is shining up in the air. No, she played a little bit more serious role in Stargate. Oh, actually, no. You're thinking of the redhead. She was in Stargate SG-1. Yeah, I forgot what sci-fi show she was on now. And she said that. But yeah, she was on something too. No, she was the general's daughter. She was a doctor, the general's daughter. God, I can see her face. Yeah, I think she was from Firefly too. I'd have to go look it up to be 100% sure. But anyway, that's Kaylee, everyone. We just thought we'd throw some Kaylee love up there. She's been around for a while. I'm sure it's different from here to here, though.
That sounds good, Kevin, Carrie. I like that. All different dreams: lucid, predictive dreams, past life dreams, daily review dreams.
Does queer people have dreams? You know,
They
those
do.
weird, strange people. Jeffrey, no, we reclaimed queer. It doesn't mean homosexual.
Nope.
It means what it originally means: strange, weird, different.
Out of place.
TikTok. Look at this little kid. We're skipping him. Launch your own radio station. Citrus 3. So what is this thing supposed to be again? This giant white
To
thing
me,
in the sky?
to me, that looks like a parachute, dude.
So no, that if you look on the official website where they dropped that is an artistic rendition of a sighting. It's not an actual photo. There are quite a few of them in the data dump. I don't know how an artistic rendition becomes data or evidence, but it's in there.
Because that's what it's supposed to look like. A potato in the sky. Oh wait, we got motorcycles jumping. What the hell I've been missing, man?
Well, that's the WWFE thing at the White House.
Yeah, I was listening to a guy that owns it. Says it's the most progressive card they've ever done. Shoot down.
Cool.
God, Kevin. Sexual dreams. Well, that could lead into, does the other person feel it? Possibility. Dreamscaping. Okay, I've done
Yeah,
that.
it's a movie called Dreamscape. You should check it out. It's very cool.
I've done that. That's legit.
Have you seen the movie Dreamscape, Sean?
No.
Watch it. You should probably get it for free on Netflix or whatever. Dennis Quaid, Max von Sydow, and then what's her face? She's the wife of Steven Spielberg. She was in the second Indiana Jones movie with the curly blonde hair.
Oh.
She's in it.
So look at it. Elon Musk. Yeah, you heard about that, huh? All those millionaires from Elon Musk's new venture.
When SpaceX went public, he made 4,000 millionaires.
4,400. Yeah, these are people that work for him and stuff. All had stock in the company.
Yeah.
The one guy was a half-ass engineer. He's done. He's retired. He was talking about it today. He said, I love Elon. He said, this is what you call taking care of your employees.
I will definitely do that, Carrie.
Uh-oh. Godzilla. You know fuck with Godzilla. Oh, dude, you know fuck with Godzilla. Godzilla, they're going to kick your ass. Get out of here, man. You can't hurt Godzilla.
Go, Jira.
Is this like raw? Yes, this whole breakfast is raw, right?
Yeah, who's going to eat? Oh, God, gross.
Gross.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Look at this dude, guys. First American trillionaire.
African American trillionaire.
Yes, African American trillionaire. First trillionaire anywhere. But they're doing away with the African American word now, so it's going bye-bye.
They did that just to stick it into someone's face. I don't think Trump actually did that.
Oh, no, he did. What's this guy got to say?
In Central District of
Bill
California.
O'Reilly. I thought he was done.
Bill
No, he's been on TV since he got off the
has
elevator.
announced that his office, partnering with the FBI, is going to look at the California vote, particularly the Los Angeles mayoral situation. Now, you may understand that a guy named Pratt was running second to Karen Bass. Pratt's a Republican. Then all of a sudden, a surge of votes came in for the third party person, who is just a socialist, crazy person. And everybody's going around, well, what's this? Where did this come from? And it took the city of LA almost 7 days to count the votes. So, hey, come on. You got to be a little suspicious. But no. Not the media. They're not suspicious at all. Here was ABC World News Tonight last night. Go.
Now with Pratt trailing, Trump making baseless claims of fraud, citing how long it's taking to count the ballots. But this is typical for California. Ballots postmarked by Election Day can arrive up to a week later and still be counted. and election workers cross-check the signatures on those mail-in ballots. It's not fast, but it's meant to prevent voter fraud.
Well, that's an interesting spin. So President Trump making baseless claims. How would that correspondent, Kana Whitworth, know that? How would she know that charges of fraud in the California vote were, quote unquote, baseless? How?
She's psychic, man.
Did Karen do an investigation? Did ABC News do one? No. And it would be impossible to do it in 6 days anyway. But it's baseless. Don't believe it. No, couldn't happen. No, those Californians, they're up front. They count everybody. It's the truth. There's no voter ID anywhere. Okay? You can put a bunch of votes in what they call a bundle, whether it be a sack or a satchel, whatever it may be. You can give that to anybody you want. And that person can walk it in to the ballot box. Come on. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. Now, each ballot is supposed to have a date. Election day, you can't go further. But who's checking that? Who's checking all those dates from all those bundles? No one. So it's a free fire zone. Every thinking person knows that. Now,
Hey, man.
Mark Leonard.
What's happening, man?
That's Mark Leonard. Yeah, he was in the TV show Planet of the Apes.
Yes. Spock's daddy. Also, Kirk's nemesis.
He was a Klingon commander in the Star Trek: The Motion Picture. He was a Romulan commander in Balance of Terror, where it was kind of it was, I forget what sub movie they redid, but it was a World War II sub movie they redid in that episode. Mark Leonard was the Romulan commander. Very good episode.
It was a good episode. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I hate to say it, but Trouble for Triples is probably my favorite episode.
That is a good episode too. Yeah.
I'll tell you, one of my favorite episodes in Deep Space Nine is when they go back to that episode in Star Trek.
Yeah. Trials and Tribulations. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah,
Thank you, Kevin.
So they got 2 for 1 out there. Oh, what we got here? The man investigation into Rep Omar.
They've been saying that for the last 2 years.
Well, they're investigating her now, so they're not really saying it anymore.
How about that shit going on in Ireland, man? Wow.
Yeah.
You guys
The
hear
guy
that?
get his head almost cut off. Yeah.
Yeah. And you got the Catholics and the Protestants over there, joining, coming together and kicking ass over there now.
What's this? Lung testicles? What the hell is that?
So did you know old men won't have the, they won't let you click it to find out. It looks retarded, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's what you think it is, though. I mean, not
Y'all come along and we run these catfish cans. Look at that right there. That's something you ain't never seen before. Let's get it, dude.
They like that
The
kind
big
of
goujons. Woo!
No bait, no none, huh?
Did he catch a rock too?
I don't know what that was.
So what's happening is catfish are going there to spawn. You're pulling them up. And they're in there. Grew up doing this all our life. We're going to say, y'all killing you in the swamp. This thing right here, you can do this all day, every day. And there's more catfish next year. Perfect frying size on the bone.
Ooh, yeah, look at that Cajun dinner.
They can. Anyway, you a good workout.
You can run them every 2 days. And sometimes there'll be 2. Sometimes there's 1. And sometimes there's none. So the
I don't
bigger the
even
hole, the
understand
bigger
what
the
that
can.
boy says.
Usually the bigger the fish. These are the size
Okay.
fish we're going after, the good eaters.
I know you
Uh,
can. I can't.
Y'all come
That's
along,
good.
everyone. These all you need right there.
So anyway, I mean, all they're doing is taking those not those butane
Propane cans, it looked like.
Yeah, they can be propane.
Твоя мелькает в пустоте, тебя здесь нет. Старый двор, где мы гуляли под дождем, погас там.
Some of the most common questions
Dog saving shit.
I get asked from patients.
Yeah, I don't want to know that. Okay, get out of there. Come over here. Get out of there. Hey, I made it back to the room. That was work, man. You're putting your work on this damn shit. Start charging.
Yeah, well, we need a pretty intern producer type to help us do videos and stuff.
Yeah, slap yourself in the face as she turns the thing. Frankie, where are you, Frankie? Oh, California, what part? Eureka. I have never been to Eureka. And if I have, I couldn't tell you because then I'd have to come on your neck. So. Is it like the TV show Eureka? No. Everybody always asks me, I bet. Or anybody seen the show? Marty. Eureka is it's a comedy. It's about a town that's about futuristic science with a goofy sheriff, his daughter, and a gang. It's kind of like a more modern Hangar 13. Yeah, they got all of those shows out there like that. Because they're always were trying to get something new going, but now they only want to give you 8 and 10 episodes, and then they want to wait 2 years before you give you another 8. I mean, I won't even get. Once I see a show that's only going to be 8 or 9 or 10 episodes, I usually want to get involved in. And maybe 4 years from now, I might go back and play them all at one time. But I'm not going to watch. To me, it's not worth it.
Yeah, what you call it? Cobra Kai, the TV show based off of the Karate Kid movies with William Zabka and what's his name, Daniel, what's his face? Anyway, Ralph Macchio. That's what they do. They're I think they're 5 seasons. The 5th season's on its way out, but they'll drop all 10 episodes. Most of the episodes are about 45 minutes long. Some are 38, but they drop all 10 on one day, and then you wait 6, 8, 10 months, a year till the next batch comes out. It's really, really, really annoying. Do it one at a time. And then if you're gonna do it that like that, I mean, do it one at a time. If you're gonna do 30 and dump them, that's a little different. But they're only doing 10, and that's not even a full season. That's like a mini series.
Yeah, most people are getting annoyed with the 10 thing. Well, they're just hoping all the baby boomers and X-Gens die off before they get completely pissed.
Yeah.
Because the Z-Geners don't know any better. Neither do the Alphas. They don't know any better either. As far as they know, that's how TV was, unless they see old shows and realize that there was 20 to 25 to 30 episodes a year. Oh, no, Kirby. There's some shows like Doctor Who were 52 episodes a year. Yes, 52 episodes a year.
Who was your favorite Doctor Who?
Oh, man. My favorite all-time Doctor is probably number 4. And then
The guy with the long scarf. Yeah.
After that, it was probably David Tennant. I don't get me wrong. I like the guy who took over the first guy that came back, but he wasn't.
Yeah, he was good too.
Yeah, he was.
He was
took
one or 2 seasons.
He took 1 season. He was a big actor. That's why. He came in to help him get it back. But he had already had other movies on book, so he was kind of doing them a favor to get it started back up and running. And then David came in, did a great job, and your boy Matt Smith did pretty good. Peter Cavalli did okay, even though I thought it was weird to use Peter after he was already in one of the episodes.
Yeah, Peter Capaldi. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the Pompeii or whatever it was. Yeah, so I thought it was kind of weird that they did that. And then what's her face probably could have been a decent doctor that just wouldn't write for her. They just kept giving. Our first character was the Tooth Fairy. Well, not the Tooth Fairy, the Tooth Monster. They would put it when they would kill somebody. They'd put one of their teeth in their head, on their face. Yeah, that was her first band. And then she had some messed up Daleks, and she just got bad guys. At least they brought Captain Jack back for episode 2.
Here's a new recent 22-minute ago update. Iran war live updates. Trump says peace deal will be signed Sunday, but Iran disputes timeline. Wow, they're waffling still. Who didn't know?
I don't trust the news.
I don't know why he's even wasting the time. Maybe just bomb the crap out of them.
Yeah, I think you should.
Liberate the country for the civilians. Take the oil and you know.
I think that's what I think. America should go in and bomb everything down, get rid of all the infrastructure, so that people have to leave the country. Go in and take over the wells and the island, and then let whatever other countries want to come in and take over Iran and divide it up. Do it. Give Israel some, give Saudi some, whatever countries around the Egypt some. You know, and do away with Iran completely.
Yeah.
Well, Jack, it used to be Persia at one time, so it was much bigger than it is. But
before that, it was a place called Syria, Persia, and Syria, Iraq. After that, but Persia and Syria were like the largest part of that area, and then Persia split up and became Iraq and Iran.
Jesse, the reason Iraq kicked Iran's ass is because the U.S. was helping them. Well, they were getting equipment from the Russians, but the U.S. was helping first. We've done that lots of times over the years. We'll back somebody, and then the person goes rogue or goes stupid. And sometimes I think we make them go rogue on purpose so we can keep the war going after we've achieved our goals.
Carrie got it right. Jay, you have so much spunk. Carrie, define spunk. Carrie.
Oh, man.
I think she means to say I'm full of shit. Look, my eyes are brown.
Oh, man. I ain't going to touch none of these conversations.
I ain't not either. I don't know why that came out.
Let me see, Jesse. I don't know if I have that on the thing. Let me see. Your video contains content claimed by someone else. Give me a large call.
Your mic just went out.
What?
It must be that thunder. That must be thunderstruck from those videos.
No, that was I don't know what that. I think that was Baby Trump came up and kicked it out or something. I was scrolling through.
Are we going to get flagged again, Joe?
No, we shouldn't. Not for anything we've done tonight.
Let's make Iran the biggest bonfire to be in the Guinness Book of World Records? ? I'll get the marshmallows. Carrie said. Well, we could actually make it into glass. I know somebody says it all the time. You can make it into glass.
But it's sitting on a large piece of sand, so yeah.
Do you know how many sand timers we can make out of that? What are they called?
And this is why we tell people to stay away from the edge of the water when you're in the bayou. Right here, this very reason, right here. Oh,
Is that an otter?
Put it on full.
That's an alligator.
That ain't just any alligator. Look at this fucker.
Holy shit.
He's 4 feet out of the water right there.
Yeah, they're big creatures when they go.
Are remarkably intelligent, not just by reptile standards, but by any standard. These animals don't merely react,
they can do that, Carrie.
Strategize hunts with chilling precision. I learned about this recently during my conversation with Brian Fry. We'd been talking about Komodo dragons and then got off topic talking about saltwater crocs.
Don't confuse lack of movement with lack of awareness. Like there was a croc here at the Ballarat Zoo that worked my mate Stewie out of position. Over 6 months, it would stop about 1 centimeter or 2 earlier in its position for feeding. And it just did that steadily over 6 months and worked Stewie out of position until one day it was able to go for him and got him on the leg. And that shows planning.
What? A reptile that can plan ahead? I didn't think it was possible for a croc to get any more scary, but don't worry, it gets worse.
And that's why, like here in Australia, we have warning signs about crocodiles and such. And to be croc aware, if you're camping in croc country and you have to go near a water's edge, whether to do dishes or no, first off, you shouldn't. But if you do, you're supposed to break up your pattern. You never go to the same spot twice. And whenever people are taken here and we recollect it, they're typically taken on day 3, having done the same thing. Day 1, the croc notices them. Day 2, it works out their pattern. Day 3 or 4, it's waiting.
I was already kind of scared of crocodiles, and that just made it 1,000 times more scary.
Yeah, wow.
This intelligence gives them a massive edge in their role as apex predators. And it's a force multiplier to what is one of the most dominant builds in the animal kingdom. With 6-meter-long bodies, bulletproof skin, and the strongest measured bite force of any living animal, there isn't a predator that's more pants-poopingly scary, in my opinion. And if you live in its range, it feels like nowhere is safe. They can live in fresh or salt water, inland or on the coast, and even swim great distances in the open ocean, hunting things like bull sharks.
Yeah,
But
or being
in my
hunted
quest
by
to
great
understand
whites.
them, I've also learned something else. Their intelligence isn't only used for killing. They have complex social lives and have a huge repertoire of vocalizations and social signals that scientists are beginning to think are a part of a rich and nuanced system of communication. Mothers are also fiercely protective of their young, carefully guarding nests and even carrying hatchlings gently in their jaws to water, which is behavior that seems more in line with birds or mammals. Crocodiles are likely the most misunderstood animals on the planet. So how and why are saltwater crocodiles so smart? How do they dominate their territory in both salt and
They
fresh
eat a lot of
water?
fish.
And are they really capable of complex communication?
They're insane. What the hell is this?
Welcome
It's switching
back.
over? Let's see what was
Yeah,
this
nasty critters, those gators and crocs.
Children award
You already
50
seen
years
this.
ago. At 18, I went into the
one. Oh wait, that's.
I want you to tell me.
The kids go, man.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, this is good. Hey, kitty cat. Look at that big doggy.
Dog is like, shit, man. Come on, really? How come I'm the babysitter, man?
Have you ever seen that video?
No.
Pull that video up because it's one of my favorites.
Pardon me?
Are you an MS-13 member?
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. I got a question. No. I got a question for you. Why don't you come up here and hand me that picture? Bring it. They got morons like this all over the country. This guy wouldn't know it's like the surface nation. This guy ain't got the balls to be an ICE officer. He hasn't got the balls to be a Border Patrol agent. The only thing that surprised me, you don't have purple hair and a nose ring. Get out of here, you loser.
Have you ever seen that video?
No.
Pull that video up because
This is what to do if your dog hates
I would just leave him alone. I mean, really, people. Tom
Holman.
he's clean. You're not going to get anything on him. And the FBI tried to scam him. He kind of put his foot in your nuts.
He's a career clean policeman. No, I mean I don't think you'll ever find any trash on him.
Frankly, people, I'd leave him alone.
Hey, Miss, how cold is it in Australia? It's
cold
like
as
91 degrees here.
It's cold as a Mrs. Booby.
And make sure you put it in degrees and not Celsius, please.
I was going to say, please make sure you cover it before you stick it in the freezing air. Okay, that's
Australia is not savage at all. Gosh, no.
Yeah, they got some weirdos in Australia. What are you talking about, man? It's a country full of
Australia,
criminals.
Australians are pretty people. They're gorgeous. They're loving. They're caring.
They're
They drink a lot.
pirates, man. Nuked a bunch of the bitches. Be done with them. Heave ho. Isn't that how it goes? Heave ho with a bunch of them.
57
Kill 'em.
Fahrenheit. Thank you, Mish.
Yeah, it's a nice, cool evening.
Yeah, we could take that up here.
Yeah, we could. Hey, Google, what's the temperature here?
Like 69 degrees.
It's 73 degrees.
73 up here.
That's like chilly.
Ask her what the humidity con is.
Oh, chilly.
Hey, Google, what's the humidity tonight?
It's 59% humidity right
59.
now.
There you go.
It's not bad.
Those 73 degrees. That's a nice, cool, breezy evening, man.
77 in Colorado.
Hey, Google, what's the temperature in Pittsburgh?
It is 75 degrees and most
75 degrees for you, Shawnee.
Yep.
Sean might be hotter than I am. I think we're up to 80 now, right?
Oh, Mish says it's Morning Joe. Oh, wow. What an insult to you, Joe. It's morning. She calls you Morning Joe, just like
That's
you
because
do
I'm so
on
glorious.
CNN.
That's because I'm so glorious in the morning. That's all. She knows waking up with me is just fucking fabulous.
I don't like Celsius, Carrie. Celsius is not, it's not fun.
No, first off, the metric system is goober. So, yeah, it's what, it's 50 degrees outside, right? And that's like 100 for us. Get the fuck out of here with that. That's so stupid.
Yeah, when they say 32 Celsius, you think it's cold, but really it's like 65 degrees or 70-some degrees.
It's goofy. Or like when you're speeding. I'm doing 300 kilometers an hour. What is that, like 150 miles an hour? Give me a fucking break, man.
Yeah.
You know, some things in American systems are better. They really needed to combine the two systems. Is what they needed to do. And in America, we kind of have that. We kind of do together.
So we have Dawn and Darren Yazzie coming up in a couple minutes.
Never heard of them.
Oh, yeah.
Who are those weirdos, man? Y'all just let anybody on this network. Where's
It's your network, dude.
I don't know. It's Michelle's network. I just work here.
Oh, right.
It's
what did Don and Darren got going on tonight, John?
I don't know, buddy. I do not. But
Oh, I thought you were looking at their page.
8 to 10 to 10:10 p.m. Eastern on this wonderful platform here. I'm going to talk about dreams because everybody in the chat tonight said talk about dreams. That's all.
Dreamscape. You got to watch that movie Dreamscape.
maybe I'll send some people over my dream reading class and I'll mess with you. Let's see. I've been teaching a dream reading course since 88.
Heidi's back in the 70s. She said, right on. Heidi's back in the 1970s. Right on.
Let's go hang out in the 70s. And we went through some things the last 2 days, man. Jesus. Oh, it's out of the sky. But that's the one I was showing Jay last night. We watched this video. His house just fucking blows up. I mean, it turned into Kimmer. I was like, nothing left afterwards.
Yeah, I found another video on the latest drop that shows an F-16 blowing one up.
Actually, Jimmy, we're going to go out on this baby Trump's classified secret mission. That's going to be the last thing I'll see from us tonight. So we're getting ready to roll out of here in a few minutes.
See you, Mish.
Mish is pregnant with an alien baby.
Yay,
The question is it an illegal alien baby or just an alien baby?
Hey, groovy. He's so back in the 70s. Heidi's back in the 70s.
All right. We got this. Oh, yeah, there we go. Found this right chair. Put that right chair. Put that right there. Put that right there. All right, guys and girls, we're fixing to get out of here. Oh, James Webb saw Pluto for the first time. Damn it. No, Joe, you can't make that joke. Leave it alone, Joe.
All right, baby Trump's classified mission is up.
And then good night, everybody.
Yeah. Baby Trump declares national cracker emergency.
Good night, everybody. After this,
We're gonna have to wait and see about that. Wait, what the hell am I seeing that for? What the? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, guys and girls. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the chat with Sean and Jay and Joe. And y'all missed out early. I was on the show with 4 J's earlier. Josie, John, Joe, and Joe. Yeah, 4 J's. Yeah. Oh no. Oh. So Denise, if I remember this correctly, Schedule 1 through Schedule 4, you have to have a prescription. Well, Schedule 1, you can't do anything because it's just illegal price. But Schedule 2, 3, and 4, you have to have a prescription. I don't remember if you do for Schedule 5 or not.
Schedule 5 is coffee, nicotine, cigarettes, liquor, beer, wine,
But
mushrooms.
generally, John, the scheduling is talking about its addiction. That's why Schedule 1 drugs are Schedule 1 because the
Well,
use-
and danger to self or poisoning. So
Well, that's
I
what,
don't
well,
know
that's
why
what they're
it all
talking
is
about.
where it is.
But that's what they're talking about. So, how dangerous drugs is devised by its how addictive it is. That's how the schedule works. It's because drugs that are very addictive are very dangerous because they're going to kill you, or at the very least mess you up really bad. No, next time we do a show, Jane Webb thinks about 12 minutes. So next time I'll try to remember for next time we do a show, and we'll play it. Oh, you mean the baby news? No, just tons of those. Just here, I've already passed 3. Here's one: Political Jeopardy with Baby Trump. Did Kamala Harris? Yeah. Just close the day. Final
night, Vecro.
We're gonna have to watch this. Nope, no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Oh, yeah, sure. God dang it.
Hi, I'm JT, and I made Result Hunter, the search engine for conservatives. Let me just tell you what
Search
it does.
engine
First
for
of all,
conservative.
big tech.
I don't want a one-sided search engine. Okay, I want just a search engine that searches what I want to fucking search. I don't
Yeah,
need to
exactly
search
right.
just conservatives or anything else. Just search the fucking web.
Yeah, it doesn't need to have any AI run through it either.
No, don't. It's just a search file. Okay, y'all. This is a trailer for Disclosure Day. Is that a damn deer in my house? Get the damn deer out of my house.
I am much more inclined now than I was when I made Close Encounters
How about
to really
Jake?
believe that we're not the only intelligent civilization in the universe.
What did you steal?
Secrets. People have a right to know the truth. This is a story about us, all of us,
Good morning, Kansas City.
up against the most extraordinary event in human history.
What's happening to me? I'm frightened. I'm frightened out of my wits.
You don't need to be.
Good
You
night,
have someone
Carrie.
else.
Daniel Keller,
Who is this?
do not go back to the house. They found you. I don't know who you are, but they're gonna kill you.
The human race cannot accept what we know. We need to stop it any way we can.
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
Bust out the house when I
Seeming
die.
9-year cover-up of the truth has to end.
We're interrupting our coverage.
How will disclosure change us? I believe for the better. It will remind us of our capacity for empathy, and that there is something bigger out there than just ourselves.
The only way to know your purpose is to go back to where it all began.
I know you.
I know you do. What happened to us?
I used to say to myself, wouldn't it be wonderful if all of this turned out to be true? I'm now thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful for people to know they're coming? All of this is true.
Well, he turned this movie around fast, didn't he?
Yeah. Wow. What did they show him? Did you see that footage of the UAPs going under the water?
Yeah,
I've seen some of that footage.
Yeah, we're gonna. We'll see it soon enough. It'll be out, and everybody can watch it and tell us what you think about it. Eventually, I'll watch it.
Hey Google, when does
Already went
Disclosure Day release?
It already went out, June 12th.
Disclosure Day was released in theaters in the United States on June 12th, 2026.
Yesterday.
So now we're just waiting for it to go to the theaters. I mean, to the Netflix or wherever the hell it's going.
Well, yeah, Sunday we'll find out how well it did, box office wise.
Gene, as far as I know, Doctor Who is in the gutter. That's what's going on. There hasn't been any new doctors picked, and the other guy left. 2D, whatever his name was. He was fun, but he also didn't get any good writing. And, the problem with Doctor Who is it was already Doctor Who role. So in the old Doctors, there was no sex changing. You weren't allowed to switch between sexes because it was too confusing for all the people you've met over the last 1,000 years. It just didn't happen. And the Time Lords were Time Lords, none of them were gay. But we make assumptions thinking that other populations will have gay populations in it, but we don't know that's true. We don't even know in 50 years from now if we will. Because think of it this way. In less than 50 years, you'll be able, when you find out your wife's pregnant, you're going to go see the doctor. The doctor's going to say, okay, your child has a disposition for this, and this. We can take this out now. Do you want us to do it? Most families are going to let them say yes. Whether it's right or not, they're going to say yes. Well, because Gene, I don't feel that I should decide what somebody's sex is going to be. I just don't. I don't want anybody deciding for me. But it will be there, and it'll be more than that. People with money will have the options of genetically enhancing their brain power, their IQs, their health, their bodies. It's going to change. It's going to change. But anyway, we got to get out of here. So I hope everybody enjoys Disclosure. Let me know if you've seen it. Drop us a line and let us see. To the person who won the book earlier, I'll make sure you get it out. And that, thanks again for tuning in to United Public Radio and the chat with Sean, Jay, and Joe. And I hope you enjoyed the show. Till next week, have some fun. Enjoy your life. We'll try to bring out some stuff from Dump 3 on Wednesday, if there is anything. Lately, news has been shy, guys. Friday night, and then UFO stuff has been, I don't know.
They're underwhelming. All the dump. There's been 3 dumps, and they're all underwhelming.
Yeah, so. I'm grateful the government's doing it, though. But again, thank you again for tuning in to United Public Radio, that chat. Sean will see you tomorrow night. He's talking about inherited sex by aliens. I don't know what that means, but come check it out next week. On that note, good night.
Good night.